Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve. Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Crime on This Sunday, episodes of The Lives of Harry Lime, starring Orson Welles, Jack Webb and Dragnet in the Big 38, Philo Vance starring Jackson Beck, and we'll also have Frontier Gentlemen starring John Daner, and we'll check in with Lum and Abner and see what's going on there. That's all coming up on this Sunday. This is the 5th day of October, 278th day of the year, 87 days remaining. Wilbur Wright piloted the Wright Flyer 3 on this date in 1905 in a flight of 24 miles in 39 minutes. That was a world record that would stand until 1908, 3 years. It was on this date in 1945, a 6-month strike by Hollywood set decorators turned into a bloody riot at the gates of Warner Brothers Studios. The first televised White House address given by President Truman on this date in 1947. In that address, Truman asked Americans to refrain from eating meat on Tuesdays and poultry on Thursdays to help stockpile grain for the starving people in Europe. Yes, 1947, Europe was still recovering from World War II. In 1953, on this date, Earl Warren sworn in as the 14th Chief Justice of the U.S., and premiering on this date in 1956, The Dinah Shore Chevy Show.
See the USA in your Chevrolet. America is asking you to call. Drive your Chevrolet through the USA. America's the greatest land of all. On a highway or a road along a levee. Performance is sweeter, nothing can beat her. Life is completer in a Chevy. So make a date today to see the USA and see it in your Chevrolet.
Traveling east, traveling west, wherever you go, Chevy service is best. Southward or north, near place or far, there's a Chevrolet dealer for your Chevrolet car.
So make a date today to see the USA and see it in your Chevrolet.
Now, the show would last until May of 1963. It was not a weekly show. It ran irregularly. The Beatles released their first single, Love Me Do, in Britain on this date in 1962. It would still be some time, several months before the Beatles would even become known in America. The first broadcast on this date in 1969 of Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Is this the right room for an argument?
I've told you once.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
When?
Just now.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Didn't. Didn't.
I'm telling you I did.
You did not.
Oh, I'm sorry, is this a 5-minute argument or the full half hour?
Oh, just the 5-minute one.
Fine. Thank you. Anyway, I did.
You most certainly did not.
Now, let's get one thing quite clear. I most definitely told you.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
Didn't.
Yes, I did.
Didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, this isn't an argument.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. It's just contradiction.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
It is. You just contradicted me.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you did.
No.
You did just then.
No, nonsense.
Oh, look, this is futile.
No, it isn't.
I came here for a good argument.
No, you didn't. You came here for an argument.
Well, an argument's not the same as contradiction.
Can be.
No, it can't. An argument's a connected series of statements to establish a definite proposition.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. It isn't just contradiction.
Look, if I argue with you, I must take up a contrary position.
But it isn't just saying no, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. Argument's an intellectual process. Contradiction is just the automatic gainsaying of anything the other person says.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Not at all.
No, look.
Thank you.
John Cleese and Graham Chapman in the Argument Clinic. And who could forget that sketch about your favorite canned meat product?
Spam, egg, sausage and spam? That's not got much spam in it. I don't want any spam.
45 episodes of the program aired over 4 series from 1969 to 1974. and the franchise still goes on today, amazingly. I Honestly Love You first reached number 1 on the Billboard charts on this date in 1974, giving Olivia Newton-John her first top-selling single in the U.S. In 1983, the leader of Poland's Solidarity labor movement, Lech Walesa, was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. Nobel Committee Chairman Egil Arvik made the announcement.
The committee has taken into account Walesa's contribution made with considerable personal sacrifice.
Waleska spent time in prison for his activities. He became Poland's president after the fall of communism. In the vice presidential debates of 1988, Republican vice presidential nominee Dan Quayle, who had been comparing himself to President Kennedy in stump speeches, said during the debate he had as much experience in Congress as JFK did when he sought the presidency. It was the moment Senator Lloyd Bentsen had been waiting for.
I served with Jack Kennedy. I knew Jack Kennedy. Jack Kennedy was a friend of mine. Senator, you're no Jack Kennedy.
Now, the line was not as offhanded as it appeared. In fact, the line had been practiced in a mock debate 3 days earlier. Premiering on the WB network, the sequel to the Buffy the Vampire Slayer show, Angel, in 1999. Mass demonstrations in Belgrade led to the resignation of Serbian strongman Slobodan Milosevic on this date in 2000. Demonstrations often called the Bulldozer Revolution. Robert Stevens became the first victim in the 2001 anthrax attacks on this date. And also in 2001, Tom Ridge resigned as governor of Pennsylvania to become President Bush's Homeland Security advisor. Defying the White House, the Senate voted on this date in 2005 by a 90-9 margin to approve an amendment that would prohibit the use of cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment against anyone in U.S. government custody. In 2010, Faisal Shahzad, the Pakistani immigrant who tried to detonate a car bomb in Times Square, sentenced to life in prison by a federal judge in New York. And it was on this date in 2017, the New York Times published a story revealing multiple allegations of sexual harassment against film mogul Harvey Weinstein. It was the first time these allegations, which span decades, had been brought to light.
Who protected Harvey Weinstein? Who protected the women? Did the women feel they could speak up? Did they feel that anybody would believe them? Did they fear that this would hurt their careers?
Times columnist Jodi Kantor, the revelation shook the Hollywood scene, leading to the #Me Too movement. Passing away on this date in history, singer-songwriter Eddie Kendricks, pro wrestler Brian Pillman, the very funny Rodney Dangerfield, and the co-founder of Apple and Pixar, Steve Jobs. Birthdays on this date include the wonderful Bill Dana.
You've been selected to be the first man shot to Mars. Would you like to talk about that trip?
Not really.
Well, go ahead. That's going to be a long trip, of course, out of space, all those many days long. Now, what do you plan to do to entertain yourself?
I plan to cry a lot. I could start now if you...
No. Now, tell me, Jose, when you return from Mars, where will you be landing?
I'm going to be landing in Nevada.
Ah, the state of Nevada.
The state of Nevada.
Well, then you obviously are convinced they're going to get you back to Earth.
I am convinced that they will get me back to Earth. Just how far into it? That's what I'm not convinced about.
But, Jose, surely they must have provided something to break your fall.
Oh, yes, the state of Nevada.
State of Nevada.
With Ed Sullivan on the Ed Sullivan Show. You couldn't do that today. A Hungarian Jew portraying a Bolivian character is what they called it. Jose Jimenez. He passed away in 2017 at the age of 92. Very, very funny man. 21st President of the U.S. born on this date. See if you can remember who that is as I tell you the other folks born on this date. Rocket scientist Robert Goddard, the Goddard Space Flight Center. the fine classical actor Larry Fine. You remember Larry as a part of that eclectic group, the Three Stooges. Fast food entrepreneur Ray Kroc, born on this date. Mrs. Miller, born on this date in history, the singer. This is also the birth date of Alan Ludden, who is very, very happy to be reunited with his wife, the lovely Betty White. That's got to be a delight. Family Circus cartoonist Bill Keane, born on this date. She was the oldest living Academy Award nominee before she passed last year at the age of 100. Glynis Johns. She was 100 years old when she passed last year. Also, B.W. Stevenson, My Maria, actor Jeff Conaway, Bernie Mac, and as I mentioned, the 21st President of the United States. Yes, the relevant and exciting Chester A. Arthur. Born on this date in history, they have all left the building, shall we say.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
From Animal House and Raiders of the Lost Ark, Karen Allen, 74 today. From the Boomtown Rats, Live Aid organizer Bob Geldof is 74. From Hellraiser and Candyman, Clive Barker, the author, is 73 years old today. Astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson, 67. The third youngest of the Baldwin brothers, Daniel Baldwin, is 65. Also, Josie Bissett from Melrose Place is 55. She played Rose in Titanic. Kate Winslet is 50.
Don't you understand? The water is freezing and there aren't enough boats. Half the people on the ship are going to die.
Kate Winslet, 50 years old today. You know her most recently from ER, but I remember some of her earliest work in a motion picture called Bend It Like Beckham. Parminder Nagra is 50 today.
Didn't ask to be good at football. Anyway, there was a scout from America there today, and he's offered me a place at a top university.
She was almost 30 years old when she did that part of a youngster that excelled in sport. But the problem was that her parents were not a fan of young girls playing sport, especially with boys. But it worked. Great movie. Bend It Like Beckham. Parminder Nagra. Her latest work, she's been working, even though she still theoretically lives in the U.S., according to this, but she starred in the titular character of a series, D.I. Ray, where she is a detective inspector in a police force. So there's that. But I'm glad to see that she is still with us and doing well. 50 years old. I'm feeling really old right now. Also, turning 42 is Jesse Eisenberg from Adventureland, Zombieland, and The Social Network. Jesse Eisenberg, 42. Those are just a few of the people celebrating the 5th day of October as their birthday. If this is your birthday...
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Well, here's some Mrs. Miller on her birthday. Why not? All right, Classic Radio Theater will get underway here as we are going to check out Orson Welles in the Harry Allen Towers series, Towers of London, The Lives of Harry Lime, the prequel to the Third Man motion picture. That's next.
Ladies and gentlemen, the chief hope of our enemies is to divide the United States along racial and religious lines and thereby conquer us. Let's not spread prejudice. A divided America is a weak America. Through our behavior, we encourage the respect of our children and make them better neighbors to all races and religions. Remind them that being good neighbors has helped make our country great and kept her free. Thank you.
Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox now. Orson Welles in The Lives of Harry Lime, the Third Man prequel of 74 years ago, October 5th, 1951, Operation Music Box.
Presenting Orson Welles as the Third Man. The Lives of Harry Lime. The fabulous stories of the immortal character, originally created in the motion picture The Third Man, with zither music by Anton Karas.
That was the shot that killed Harry Lime. He died in a sewer beneath Vienna. As those of you know who saw the movie The Third Man, yes, that was the end of Harry Lime. But it was not the beginning. No. He had many lives. I can tell you about all of them. How? Because my name is Harry Lime. Now, Kiddies, London, which is the capital of England, is noted for a number of curious historical events. King Charles was beheaded in London. They had a fire there and a plague. And it is also the place where Harry Lime broke 3 music boxes and founded an orphan asylum. Please don't ever say I'm not a music lover and a philanthropist, because I'm not.
And now, Orson Welles as Harry Lime, the Third Man, in today's story, Operation Music Box.
Good afternoon, Mr. Dowdley.
That's right, madam.
I'm interested in a music box.
Certainly, madam. We have a number. I'll go and get them.
Just a moment, though, Mr. Dowdley. I'm only interested...
He didn't hear you. I think he must be a little deaf.
I guess so.
You know, you make me homesick.
What do you mean?
Don't you know what it is to be homesick?
I sure do. I've only been away a few weeks, and I'd certainly like to be back. But why do I make you homesick?
Oh, you make me think of Central Park and the fountain by the plaza, Fifth Avenue in the morning in May, and the sound of roller skating on the sidewalk downtown, hoot of shipping on the East River. Everything, in fact.
How do you know I come from New York?
I just guessed.
Here's your check, Mr. Lime.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Entwistle.
Here we are, madam. These are all the music boxes we have. These two are 17th century, and this one 18th century. This one works. That's a delightful tune, isn't it?
I should have explained, Mr. Dudley. I don't care if the music boxes were made in the 17th, 18th, or 19th century. In fact, I don't care when they were made. What I want to know is, when did you buy them?
But, madam, surely the value of a music box lies in when it was made, not when it was bought.
Not to me, Mr. Dudley. I'm only interested to know whether you purchased any music boxes between February and June of last year.
We're here to sell antiques, Miss...
Chappick.
Miss Chappick. Not to disclose records of our purchases.
If you'll excuse me butting in, I guess what this lady's trying to say is that she's ready to buy any music boxes you happen to purchase during that period that she's been...
I'm not trying to say anything. I'm quite capable of making myself understood, thank you.
Sorry.
Miss Chapek, do I take it that it is as Mr. Lime here suggests?
Yes.
Well, in that case, we'll see what we can do for you. What do our records say, Mr. Entwistle?
Yes, let me see. Yes, during the period in question, sir, we purchased 4 music boxes, 3 of which have since been sold.
And the fourth?
It's the one Mr. Dowdley is holding at the moment, madam.
May I look at it, Mr. Dudley?
Certainly.
Got a hammer.
A hammer? A hammer?
Yes, a hammer.
Hey, you're not going to buy this music box just to smash it up, are you?
Yes, do you mind?
Well, it's all right with me.
I've never heard of such a thing. In 50 years' experience of selling antiques, I've never heard of such a thing.
Why should you care? You can name your own price.
Oh, there's a little more to it than that, isn't there, Mr. Entwistle?
Certainly, I think so.
Miss Chapek, I don't like to see beautiful things willfully destroyed.
I said you could name your own price, Mr. Dudley.
Oh, in that case, I must warn you the price will be a stiff one. Entwistle, give Miss Chapek a hammer.
What? Very well, Mr. Brown.
Is this a habit of yours, breaking up music boxes?
You don't know how many I've broken up in the last week.
Well, here comes your hammer.
Here you are, Miss Chapek.
Thank you. No good.
And that little act of wanton destruction, Miss Chapek, will cost you exactly £35.
It's okay, Mr. Dudley, but I'd like you to do one thing more for me, if you will. I'd like you to let me have the names and addresses of the people who bought those other 3 music boxes. I'll pay a stiff price for that, too.
Oh.
Let me get you a taxi.
Don't bother.
You know, for a minute, I thought he was going to refuse to give you those addresses.
Well, he didn't, did he?
Taxi. Oh, so he's trying that when the flag's down.
I know. It's waiting for me.
Well, in that case, you can give me a lift.
I don't suppose for a minute we're going in the same direction.
That's just where you're wrong. And that's how I met Myrna Chapek. My interest in this girl was twofold. First of all, she definitely started where the petty girls left off. And secondly, there's this little matter of the music boxes. My left little toe was twitching. Could have been the damp weather, of course, but with me it's usually a sign that money is in the air. Anyway, an hour later, we were on our 4th martini, and Myrna was beginning to unbend. Now, come on, Myrna. What is all this? What's the idea of busting up all those music boxes?
Have you heard of Jan Chapek?
You mean the Czechoslovakian guy, the politician?
Yeah.
What's he got to do with it?
The day before he died, he wrote me a letter from London. Hand me my purse, will you?
Yeah, here you are.
Here, you can read it.
My dear Myrna, you will not know me except perhaps from seeing my picture in the paper many years ago, but then that is not surprising, because I only know you from seeing yours. The other day I happened to see in an old issue of the American magazine Esquire a colored photograph of Myrna Chapek. I couldn't help remarking the resemblance to your mother, my sister, who left for America some 25 years ago. Had you ever heard of this guy? Did your mother ever mention him?
No, not that I remember.
Well, how come you took your mother's name, not your father's?
My father's name was Chapek. He was a coal miner in Pennsylvania.
It's a funny thing, your mother marrying a man of the same name, wasn't it?
Well, as a matter of fact, it wasn't. She was an Italian.
And the man who wrote this letter wasn't your uncle?
No, it couldn't have been it. You know, I'm talking too much. I don't know whether it's you or the martinis.
It's both.
Well, go ahead, read the rest of it.
Okay, now, my dear niece, this is a painful task which I have before me, but really there is no possible choice. You must know that when the communists seized control in my country, a price was put on my head, and I only managed to escape at the very last moment by concealing myself in the tail of an American airliner which was leaving Prague that night. Like many others in Europe in those terrible last years, I managed only to take away with me the meagerest of possessions, a small traveling case light enough for me to carry, for I was ailing and feeble even then. I have said that the purpose of this letter is a painful one, but perhaps you will not find it so, because after all you do not know me, and surely will not receive the news of my death with any sorrow. But the fact is that I will be gone by the time you read these words, which are not intended so much for a farewell. People who don't know each other can't very well say goodbye, can they? But as a last will and testament. I am leaving you the contents of my little suitcase, Myrna, a few shirts, a necktie, and the unfinished manuscript of my last book. These you will not find very exciting, I'm afraid, and I can't imagine you're traveling across the ocean to claim such an inheritance. But there is a music box, Myrna. It's the only thing of value I could take away with me on my flight. I want you to have it, and I give you my word that it will be worth your trouble to come after it. The landlady, who is not a sympathetic woman, has not been entrusted with the secret, and unluckily she has not been paid for the rent of this attic room for several weeks. By the time you come to London, she will have sold it, and you must find out where and to whom, and you must buy it back. And now my hand is very tired, and I cannot go on pushing this pen across the paper for many more words. I send my blessing to the child of my sister, who has inherited her wonderful green eyes, and also something else almost as wonderful and almost as green. Your Uncle Yan. Almost as wonderful, almost as green. That could be emeralds.
I'm sure that's what it is.
And you think the emeralds are concealed in the music box? In a false bottom or something?
I don't think it. I know it. And I'm going to get those emeralds if I have to break up every music box in London.
I left Myrna a good deal later that night. We'd had a wonderful time. I had her promise that we'd meet the next evening. I also had something else. I had that list from Dowdley's antique shop. Oh, yes, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I pinched it out of her purse. And you're right. That's what I did. Somewhere in London there were 3 music boxes, and one of those 3 was a fortune in emeralds, and I've always been a great believer in the old adage, finders, keepers. Yes, if anybody was going to break up any music boxes, it was going to be me. Good morning. Is Miss Moira Corkbottle at home?
No, she's out.
Well, have you any idea where she's gone?
Well, I wouldn't like to say for sure, but, well, you could try the Velvet Penguin.
All right. The Velvet, what?
It's a nightclub.
Velvet Penguin? But a nightclub? This is 10 o'clock in the morning.
Well, if she's anywhere, that's where she'll be.
Orson Welles returns in just a moment as the third man. And now, Orson Welles, as the third man, continues with today's story, Operation Music Box.
Like all nightclubs, the Velvet Penguin looked more than ordinarily squalid at 10:30 in the morning. Most of the chairs were piled up onto the tables, and by the glare of a work light, an unhappy-looking character in shirt sleeves was pounding the piano. A girl was singing. 3 or 4 other girls were waiting their turn, while a committee of fat, sleek gentlemen sat in judgment.
Okay, honey, that'll be enough. We get the idea. Yeah, what's your name again?
Moira Corkbottle.
Yeah, we'll let you know if anything turns up. Don't call us, we'll call you. Next.
Pardon me, Miss Corkbottle.
Yes?
My name is Lime. I'd like to talk to you for a minute, if you don't mind.
What's it about, a job?
Well, no,
It isn't. I'm not interested. I've had just about as much of this audition racket as I can take. I'm
Yes, I can
fed up with the
imagine.
whole cabaret game. Just as soon go back to singing in front of a band, even in the smalls.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask you about that music box you bought at Dowdley's last February.
You a detective?
Not exactly. You did buy one, though, didn't you?
Yes, I did, but it didn't do me any good.
What do you mean it didn't do you any good?
I thought it would soften him up.
Soften who, Miss Corkbottle?
My uncle, of course. My uncle Ben Corkbottle. You know, General Corkbottle.
No, I don't know.
You mean you never heard of General Corkbottle?
No, I never did.
Well, you haven't missed anything. He's an old skinflint and he hates women, even nieces who send him nice antique boxes filled with his favorite Turkish cigarettes on the occasion of his 101st birthday.
Is he really that old?
Of course not, but he acts that way.
He has the box.
Yes, when last heard from, he had the box. I wish he had the measles.
Would you like to be a good kid and give me his address?
Yes, all right. Give me a bit of paper and pencil, and I'll write it down for you.
Here you are. Write it on this.
Okay. Now, look, if you see him, tell him I'm starving to death, which is true, that I speak of him constantly, which is also true, and that if he can see his way clear to sending me £100 or even a fiver, but no, he won't. I know him. Well, good luck with the General, Mr. Lime, and don't forget to wear your bulletproof vest.
Take my stick to you. Wait a minute. You don't look like a peddler.
Oh, no, sir, I'm not. I'm a collector.
Dust collector? Garbage collector? What kind of collector? Well, speak up.
Music boxes.
Oh, another one. By gad, the thing's turning into a positive plague. Well, come in. Let's get to the bottom of it.
Thank you, sir.
We'll come into my study. Now, then, what's the explanation of this wild rash of music box collectors? Who'd want a music box? Blasted things make you jump. Give me the Jim Jams. Well, come in, young fella. There must be something in music boxes I don't know about. A fine-looking young woman like Mr. What was your name again, my dear?
Chapek, we know each other, General.
Oh, you do?
Yes, we do.
Yes, well, that's not surprising. After all, you music box bugs probably have some kind of club or other. Hold meetings, swap boxes and all that, eh?
Oh, we're going to hold a meeting, General. You can be sure of that, Harry.
Now, please, Myrna, don't misunderstand.
I understand perfectly.
Now then, I haven't got all the morning.
There we are now.
Now then, before this young fellow interrupted us, you were making me an offer.
Yes, for your music box, General.
Oh, that is if you're willing to sell, General. What's your price?
£2.
£3.
£4.
£10.
15 guineas.
25 guineas. This is as high as I'll go.
Well, that's the highest bid. Well, going? Gone. No, don't write a check, young fella. I'll take it in cash.
You've got a nerve honing in on this. I guessed you were up to something when I missed that list from my purse. You took it, didn't you?
Sure, I took it. What are you worrying about? You seem to be doing all right without the list.
Only because I happen to remember seeing the name Cork Bottle on top of the list, and luckily there are only 3 or 4 of them in the phone book.
Smart kid. You deserve better luck.
My luck's all right. I've caught up with you, haven't I? From now on, you've got yourself a constant companion,
Oh, good.
so you'd better start getting used to it.
Well, that shouldn't be hard. Myrna.
Yes?
Give me that hammer.
Give it another sock.
No use, Myrna, no use. Isn't this one?
How do you do?
Good
Are
afternoon.
you
Are you Mr. Chelychev?
I am Count Chelychev.
Oh, I beg your pardon,
yes.
Count Chelychev. I wonder if we could come in for just a moment.
Well, I
Count
don't know.
Chelychev,
I am pressed for time.
we won't take
Well,
any...
I suppose I can spare you a few minutes.
Oh, thank
Just
you very
a few
much.
minutes.
Thank you.
Come in.
An awful lot.
Come in.
Most kind of you, Count. Because
This way,
swell place you got
it
here.
is. It's wonderful. I can see that you're a man of taste, Count
Yes.
Chelychev. You've got some lovely pieces of furniture
It
here.
is possible.
Oh, no, it's
Not
more
what
than
I
that.
was used to in the old days, in the Tsar's time.
Oh, I can
Now,
imagine.
what is it you want, please? What?
Well,
we
I
want
believe
to
you're a
ask you about
collector
a
of
music
music
box.
boxes.
Please, just a minute. One at a time.
Yes,
One at a time.
I'm sorry, Count. Yes,
Now, what is all it about music boxes?
well,
I am not a collector of music boxes. I am a collector of miniatures of the Empress Catherine of Russia.
what about this music box on the table? Here.
I bought that one, certainly.
but only because of the enamel portrait medallion of Catherine on the lid.
The Catherine.
She is an ancestor of mine.
Oh, is she? Yes.
Hey, look, can't you see the resemblance to me?
Yes, now
Yes,
you
of course.
mention it's remarkable. But do you mind if I set this thing going?
No, please don't do that. Please. No, don't.
That's all right. There we are.
I am not interested in this as a music box.
Oh, you aren't? Well, in that case, Count, maybe you'd be ready to sell it.
Sell it? Sell it? Certainly not.
Oh, but
I told you I want it for the miniature on the lid.
Can't we persuade you to change your
Yes, I'm
mind?
sure
We're
you-
prepared to pay a good price
No,
for it.
price doesn't enter into it, my dear lady. I don't buy things to sell again.
Well, this particular music box happens to be awfully important to us, Count.
I can't help that. I'm sorry. I couldn't possibly sell it. No use talking. No use arguing.
You know, it's a very lucky thing for you, Myrna, my girl, that you've got me as a partner in this business.
I hadn't noticed
Oh,
it.
no?
There wasn't much luck about the Chalichev episode. We haven't got the book.
We soon will have the box.
How come?
Because, my dear old girl, it so happens that just for kicks, I once took lessons from one of the best cat burglars in the business. The Count lived in what was once a big private house that had been turned into 3 or 4 flats. There was a garden and a big wall. That night I got over the wall, crept through the garden, climbed up to the 2nd floor, and got through the window into the Count's drawing room. I worked quickly and quietly. I cut a small section out of the crystal cabinet with my diamond cutter that contained the Count's object d'art, got through to the latch, unlocked it, and seized the music box. And then, at that moment...
Just a minute there. What's the hurry? What's going on?
Officer, we've just been burgled. A burglar got in my flat over there. He's stolen my father's antique music box. Did you see anyone come around the corner over there?
No, sir. He can't have come this way. We'd better try the other way. Quick. Here, just a minute, you.
Well, there were no emeralds on that one.
No. It was a pleasure breaking it up. Good afternoon. We'd like very much to see the Principessa Marguta
How
Arsoli.
did you two get past the old porter downstairs?
Like this.
Oh, I
For
see.
you, honey.
Well, I'm afraid the Principessa wouldn't see you without an appointment.
Tell me, before she was married, wasn't she Mabel Schroeder from Dubuque, daughter of the chain store king?
Yes,
And she was divorced from her husband last year, wasn't she?
That's right.
That's who I told you.
That
was,
don't
sure.
mean she's looking for any boyfriends. With her money, there's always plenty of those
Well,
around.
don't look at me like that. I only want to speak to her.
I really don't think it's possible.
Here she comes now.
Ethel.
Good
I'll speak
afternoon,
to these people.
Principessa. We've been trying to locate a music box.
A music box?
Yes, it's it's a music box we've been trying to locate. I don't know whether anybody sent you a music box, Principessa?
Yes, we certainly did have a music box. Mr.
Lime.
Lime.
Yes.
A gentleman friend of mine gave it to my little daughter, Shirley.
Oh?
We haven't got it now.
Oh.
We gave it away to some charity or other.
What?
I believe it was the St. Andrew's Foundling Home and Orphanage down in the East End here. Shirley sure hated that music box.
Why was that, Principessa?
She couldn't stand that tune.
What tune?
Oh, you know, that awful tune.
Look, this is the place, Harry. St.
Yeah.
Andrew's Foundling Home and Orphanage.
Looks as if there's some kind of a ceremony going on.
Silence, please. Silence for our director.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen and children, a little while ago, some kindly soul sent to us anonymously, amongst other gifts, a music box. A few days later, little Billy Gubbins, whom you all know, whilst playing with the box, stumbled and dropped it. This incident, trivial in itself, had the most surprising result. A secret compartment in the box was revealed, and in it were jewels. Naturally, we made inquiries in an effort to identify the donor, but fortunately for us, they all proved fruitless. And it is from the sale of these jewels that the building of this wonderful new wing is being financed. Here in my hands is the very box that brought about our good fortune. And I might add, it can still be used as a plaything by little Billy Gubbins. Listen.
No.
Harry! Does there happen to be amongst the visitors a doctor? A gentleman back there seems to have fainted.
Harry Lime returns in just a moment. And now, Harry Lime.
Goodbye for now. And remember what Ben Franklin said about honesty being the best policy. I wish I could.
"74 years ago, October 5th, 1951, The Lives of Harry Lime, the Third Man, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Up next, just the facts, ma'am. Dragnet.
Ladies and gentlemen, make tomorrow your D-Day. Get an extra bond for defense. Step into any bank or post office and buy yourself a profitable share in America's future. As an investment, bonds are better than ever. They can help you save safely, conveniently, and profitably. So whether you already buy on the payroll savings plan where you work or the bond-a-month plan where you bank, get an extra bond for defense tomorrow.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, we go back 75 years, October 5th, 1950. Jack Webb starring in Dragnet.
The story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Fatima Cigarettes, best of all long cigarettes, brings you Dragnet.
You're a detective sergeant. You're assigned to robbery detail. A store clerk has been murdered, shot to death in a robbery. The hold-up man is described as tall, well-dressed. He escapes in a taxicab. Your job, get him.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's different.
Yes, what a difference.
In
Fatima, the difference is quality. You see, Fatima is the quality king-size cigarette because it contains the finest Turkish and domestic tobaccos superbly blended. And Fatima is extra mild with a much different, much better flavor and aroma than any other long cigarette. Because of its quality, its extra mildness, its better flavor and aroma, Fatima has more than doubled its smokers coast to coast.
Fatimas cost the same as other long cigarettes, but your first puff will tell you...
Ah, that's different.
Yes, in Fatima, the difference is quality. Ask your dealer for Fatima, the quality king-size cigarette. Best of all long cigarettes. Start enjoying Fatima tomorrow.
Dragnet, the documented drama of an actual crime. For the next 30 minutes, in cooperation with the Los Angeles Police Department, you will travel step by step on the side of the law through an actual case from official police files. From beginning to end, from crime to punishment, Dragnet is the story of your police force in action.
It was Friday, August 17th. It was hot in Los Angeles. We were working the night watch out of robbery detail. My partner's Ben Romero. The boss is Captain Walker. My name's Friday. It was 8:35 p.m. when we got to the Church of St. Damien, the vestibule.
That must be her playing the organ.
Yeah, I don't see any stairs. I wonder how you get up there to the loft.
Looks like that might be the sexton over there.
Well, let's ask her.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah?
We're looking for an Ernestine Matthews. Understand she's the organist here at the church.
Well, that's her playing up there now, playing over a few pieces for Sunday. Could you tell us how to get up to the choir loft, sir? Surely, through that door over there. Follow the stairway straight up. Can't miss.
Thank you.
Sure has been a long time.
Yeah, what's that?
Climbing stairs to a choir loft. Sang a lot in church when I was a kid. Boy soprano.
Is that right?
They finally threw me out. Voice changed.
Yes, did you want something?
Are you Mrs. Ernestine Matthews?
Yes, did you come about the new choir books?
No, ma'am. Police officers.
Oh, can I help you?
It's about your husband, Miss Matthews.
Bert, what about him? Has Bert done something?
He was hurt, ma'am.
Well, I don't understand. Bert's working at the store. What do you mean he was hurt?
There was a holdup.
Dear God, my husband. Was he hurt bad?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is he? I've got to go to him. Is he in pain?
No, ma'am.
What are you trying to say? Dear God, tell me the truth. Which hospital is he in?
They took him to Georgia Street. They helped him all they could.
You're not trying to tell me Bert's dead? You're not trying to tell me that, are you?
I'm sorry, ma'am. In the past 16 days, 7 armed robberies had been committed, apparently by the same man. The suspect was described by victims as tall, heavily built, and very nervous. He was armed. It's cold logic that every suspect who's armed in the commission of a robbery is a potential killer. It's a fact that's been proved 100 times over. The man we were after had proven it again. We'd used every means at our disposal to identify him, through the Stats Office, the Record Bureau, latent fingerprints, through informants and witnesses. We'd gotten out an APB on him containing his description and his method of operation. We'd maintained stakeouts. We hadn't reached him in time. Early that evening, a downtown grocery store had been held up. One of the clerks, 31-year-old Bert Matthews, failed to empty the cash register quickly enough, and the bandit shot him 3 times through the chest. He died almost instantly, and the holdup man escaped. There was only one witness, another clerk who had been on duty in the store with Matthews at the time of the holdup. His name was Jess Tallman. He was brought to the city hall, where we questioned him further.
Did you see Bert's wife? Does she know? Yeah, we dropped off at the church on the way in. Drove her to her sister's place.
Still can't get it through my head. One minute I was talking to Bert, next minute he was dead. It's kind of hard to take, you know.
I'd like to go over that description of the holdup man. You were pretty upset out there at the store. Do you feel up to it now?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, now you just take it easy. Tell us everything you remember and take all the time you need.
Well, I know he was a big guy. Over 6 foot anyway, I'm sure of that. He had a good build, too. Wasn't skinny.
How about his face, Jess? Did you get a good look at it?
Yeah, I did. It was thin, and he kept working it around, you know, twitching like a guy who was plenty nervous.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell us anything else about him?
He was young, about 21, I'd say. Had dark color eyes. That's about all I'd swear to, Sergeant. He had a hat on, I know that.
Mm-hmm. How about the rest of his clothing?
I wouldn't be sure about it. Could have been a gray coat, blue coat, I don't know. I wouldn't want to give you a bum stare.
Did you get a look at the gun?
I couldn't miss that. It was a big one. It wasn't shiny. It was kind of dark blue color. I can see the guy now walking in the store and pointing it at Bert.
What time was that again, Jess, when the bandits showed up?
Just about 7:30. Bert was behind the counter. I was in the back stacking the shelves. The guy just walked in, pointed the gun, said, "Give me the dough." I heard him say that.
Mm-hmm.
Bert was kind of surprised. He just stood there for a minute, and the guy said, "Hurry up, give me the dough." And Bert said, "Okay, you can have everything." And he reached to get the dough from the cash register. And that's when the guy did it. He hit Bert right in the chest.
What happened then?
Bert moaned a little and fell down on the floor. I got so mad I started running for the guy, but he swung around at me with a gun and said, "Stay where you are."
Yeah.
I didn't want to get killed. I stopped. You can't blame me for that, can you?
Did you follow the man when he left?
Well, you see, he backed out of the store, and when he got to the sidewalk, he jammed the gun in his pocket and ran down the street. I ran out after him, saw him jump in a taxi cab and take off.
Did you get the cab's number?
Well, he was too far away for that, at least halfway down the block. I know somebody else must have been driving it, though.
How do you know that?
The cab was already moving when the hold-up guy jumped in. He got in the front seat.
How do you know it was the front seat and not the back?
The way those cab doors open, you know. Front doors swing out to the left, back ones swing out to the right.
That ties in, Joe. Used the same MO on those hold-ups last week.
Yeah. You got anything else to add, Jess? Anything you think we ought to know?
It's about the size of it, Sergeant. You don't think I'm yellow, do you?
Well, how do you mean?
I mean, because I stopped when he pointed the gun at me. Guess I should have grabbed him, but that gun looked as big as a cannon. Let's face it, I'm not that much of a hero.
Oh, I'll put in with you, Jess.
Huh?
Neither am I. Along with the team of men from Homicide Detail, we continued our investigation of the holdup and killing. Ballistics reported that the slugs taken from the body of Burt Matthews had possibly been fired from a .38 caliber Colt revolver. The slugs were in good condition for identification. All the possible suspects picked from the mug books by the victims had been checked out. All of them had been cleared. Fingerprints left by the bandit at the scene of his latest crime were checked out. No make. We tried to check the taxi cab used in the escape. We got nowhere. The morning after the Matthews killing, we got a call from Sheriff's Homicide. We went across the street and checked with Inspector Bowers.
Either one of you remember that case about 6 months ago, the Harry Solomon killing?
Oh, yeah, Inspector. It's pretty vague right now. Your men handled it, a county case?
Yeah. Let me lay it out for you. It's just possible it might tie in with that killing you fellas had last night.
And what's the angle?
Harry Solomon was a taxi cab driver. The night of February 26th, somebody saw him pick up a fare at Sunset and Highland about 10:30 p.m. That's the last time he was seen alive.
Yeah, I think I remember.
The next morning, we found Solomon's body in a ditch out in the valley. 2 .38 slugs in his head. Found his cab a few yards up the road, abandoned.
Killer used a .38, same kind of gun used on last night's job.
Here's something else that ties in.
Yeah?
A description of the passenger Solomon picked up at Sunset and Highland the night he was murdered. The last fare he ever handled.
Mm-hmm. White male American. Over 6 feet tall, heavy build. Age, 20, 21, dark eyes. Had a dark suit on and a hat.
Matches up all the way down the line.
You had a robbery motive figured on the Solomon killing, didn't you?
That's right. Except for a $5 bill hidden in his wallet, Solomon didn't have a penny of his receipts for the night. Might have been another reason behind the killing besides that.
Yeah?
It's just barely possible Solomon might have known the hold-up man, the guy who killed him.
How do you figure?
Solomon had been a cabbie for 14 years before he was murdered. From this hold-up man's M.O., using cabs for a getaway car, it's possible he might have been a cab driver at some time or other.
You mean if the killer got in the cab and thought Solomon recognized him, was suspicious of him?
That's right. Could have been reason enough for him to kill Solomon. I know there's a lot of coulds and ifs and maybes in it, but I thought you might be interested.
Well, we'll check it out first thing. How are your men coming on the Solomon case?
Progress is pretty slow.
Well, we'll keep you posted on anything new.
Fine. If we can help, let me know.
Right. Bye. Well, 2 sets of 38 slugs.
What do you think?
Let's ask the crime lab. We put in a request to Russ Camp and Ballistics to check the 38 slugs found in taxi driver Solomon's body against those found in the body of grocery clerk Burt Matthews. Then we contacted the special agent at the taxi cab company. We asked him for pictures of all their drivers employed by the company during the past year who were 6 feet in height or over. He told us that they'd have a file ready for us the following morning. We drove back to the office and checked in with Russ Camp at the crime lab. He was examining the 38 slugs under the comparison light.
Just a few more minutes, fellas. Have a chair.
Yeah, all right.
Not much luck so far. No. No. Yeah. Well, that's it.
Yeah?
No make.
These slugs come from 2 different guns.
That night, 2 more armed robberies were committed. One at a liquor store, the other at a cafe. In both cases, the holdup man escaped in a taxi cab. The description of the man who robbed the liquor store matched that of the bandit who shot and killed Burt Matthews. The big switch came when we checked the cafe holdup. There, the victims described the suspect as short and fat with dark blonde hair. He had a deep scar on his chin. During the robbery, this suspect had become so nervous that he dropped his gun, but he'd succeeded in getting outside and escaping in a taxi cab before he could be apprehended. The gun was taken back to latent fingerprints and checked. It was clean. Russ Camp checked it through ballistics.
Some days are like this, fellas.
What do you mean?
That cab driver Solomon was shot with a .38.
Yeah?
Burt Matthews was shot with a .38, a different one, though.
Mm-hmm.
This gun the bandit dropped tonight, it's a .38, too.
Yeah, we know that. What are you getting at?
Doesn't match either case.
The next morning, we started working one of the few leads we had left. We drove down to the taxi cab company and collected the pictures of all the drivers that they employed during the past year who were 6 feet in height or over. There were 87 of them. We started checking them out. It's what the working detective calls legwork. It's slow and it's tedious, and you're not sure it's going to amount to anything even by the time you finish. 2 nights later, the taxi cab bandit hit again, his first repeater, a restaurant on South Figueroa. He'd robbed the same place less than 3 weeks before. Ben and I interviewed the manager, a Mr. Cavallo.
Telling you, Sergeant, I can't take any more of it. Twice in 1 month.
Yes, sir. Could we talk back there in one of the booths?
Oh, yeah. Come on.
You got a good look at the man, did you, Mr. Cavallo?
2 feet from him. Memorized his face from the first time. It's no joke, you know. So I have no time for the customers. I'm too busy opening the cash box for that thief. Yeah, sit down.
Thanks.
Well, and you're positive it's the same man who robbed you before. There's no question there, huh?
None, I'm positive.
And he used the same M.O., too.
Yeah, sure. M.O.? What's that?
Oh, excuse me. I mean, he used the same approach, the same method of operation.
Everything was the same. The man, the gun, the taxi cab, everything.
You didn't get the number of the cab.
I looked for it. I didn't see any. Must cover it up some way.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've got some pictures here, Mr. Cavallo. I'd like to have you look at them. Just tell us if you recognize any of them.
Well, I won't do any good. I already did that. They showed me pictures the last time.
This is a different lot, sir.
Oh, all right. Quite a few of them, huh?
I'd like to have you check each one of them carefully, if you would. Just take your time.
Yeah, we can't sit here without coffee. Natalie!
Well, I wouldn't...
Natalie!
I don't care for anything.
Yeah, don't be silly. You can't work without eating. Natalie!
Yeah.
Coffee, 3 cups.
Okay.
And now, where do I start?
Well, these right here, if you'd just check these over, please.
Uh-huh. No, not him. Not him either.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, it's hot. No, not that one. No. Is that all?
No, I have some more here.
Oh. Hey, that's an ugly-looking guy, huh? Look at that scar.
They look familiar?
No.
Better check with the skipper when we're finished here.
Yeah, it's been a couple hours, hasn't it?
That lousy, no-good thief.
Sir?
Right here, this one. That's the guy.
You sure?
I opened my cash box twice for him. I'd know his face in a million.
Morris Copley, age 21. Description matches. Let's go, Ben.
Thanks, Mr. Cavallo.
It's only 40 minutes since the robbery. He's probably not even home yet. What can you do?
We'll wait up. 10:30 p.m. We parked down the street from 527 Dayton Avenue, a 2-story white stucco apartment house. We checked the names on the mailboxes. Morris Copley's wasn't on any of them. We rang for the manager.
Copley? Morris Copley? No, he doesn't live here. Never heard of him.
I wonder if you'd take a look at this, ma'am.
This picture, ma'am. You ever seen this man before?
Well, let me get over here in the light. Let me see now. No, he doesn't live here.
And you've never seen him before?
No, I didn't say that. I just said he doesn't live here.
And you have seen him before?
I believe I might have, yes. Matter of fact, I'm sure of it. He's a friend of Mr. Tobin's, apartment 5. Comes to visit Mr. Tobin every now and then.
Is this Mr. Tobin in now, ma'am? We'd like to talk to him.
No, I'm afraid not. He works nights, never comes home before 2 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a cab driver.
You are listening to Dragnet, authentic stories of your police force in action. Oh, no.
Ah, that's different.
Yes, what a difference.
There's a difference you can hear, there's a difference you can see, but the difference in Fatima is quality.
Yes, friends, when you compare long cigarettes, you'll find that in Fatima, the difference is quality. Quality of tobaccos, the finest Turkish and domestic varieties, extra mild and superbly blended to give you a much different, much better flavor and aroma than any other long cigarette.
Quality of manufacture. Smooth, plump cigarettes, rolled into the finest paper money can buy.
Quality even to the appearance of the bright, clean yellow package, carefully wrapped and sealed to bring you Fatima's rich, fresh, extra mild flavor.
Fatimas cost the same as other long cigarettes, but your first puff will tell you...
Ah, that's different.
Yes, in Fatima, the difference is quality. Ask your dealer for Fatima, the quality king-size cigarette. Best of all, long cigarettes. Start enjoying Fatima tomorrow.
10:45 p.m. In the presence of the manager, we made a search of the apartment registered in the name of Ralph Tobin, the man who was supposed to be a friend of the suspect, Morris Copley. We found nothing that would tie either of them up with the robberies and the killings. Before the manager returned to her apartment, we instructed her to say nothing about our being there in case Tobin or Copley returned. We called the office and told them we'd received an identification on Morris Copley. They checked them both through R&I. Neither had any criminal record. They got out an APB on Copley. We waited. Midnight came. Nothing happened. 1 a.m. 1:30. Still no sign of either man. 1:45.
Somebody's coming around back, Joe.
Yeah. Kitchen door.
Maury, you back already?
Hold it right there, mister. Police officers.
Oh, Fanning.
Who are you? Is this a stick-up?
Police officers.
He's clean, Joe.
What's it all about? What do you want?
You Ralph Tobin?
That's right. This is my apartment.
You know a Morris Copley?
Copley? Yeah, I know him. You looking for him? He's not here.
We know that. Where is he?
Wish I knew. I'm looking for him, too. He owes me money.
Copley's a pretty steady visitor here, is that right?
He was till I lent him that $65. Haven't seen him since. He took off.
When was that?
When? About 2 weeks ago. Yeah, just about. Look, you mind if I sit down? I'm a little nervous.
Go ahead.
Kind of upsets you, you know. Why are you looking for Maury?
I'd like to have you repeat what you said when you came in that door.
What I said? I asked who you were, didn't I?
No, I mean before that.
Say, I don't think I know what you're getting at, officer.
You said, Maury, you're back already? Not what you said?
Yeah, I guess I did. I guess I thought Maury came back to pay me the $65 he borrowed.
You didn't make it sound like that, Tobin. I got the idea you were expecting.
Expecting him? No, I haven't seen Maury in 2 weeks, maybe 3. He took me for $65.
All right, that's enough small talk, mister. Now, Copley's in deep. You're going to match him if we don't get a straight story.
Some cans of beer in the refrigerator. Let's have one around,
Skip the beer. Where's Copley?
I'll swear on the Bible if you want me to. I don't know. Look, if Maury pulled anything heavy, I'm not in on it.
Ben, you want to check with the manager? Ask her when's the last time she saw Copley here.
Yeah, right.
Now, wait a minute, officers. I want to cooperate. If Maury's in deep, that's his fault, not mine. That's right, isn't it?
That's right. Now, where is he?
I don't know. That's the truth. I'll tell you something else. I wasn't squaring. I saw Maury early tonight, 6 o'clock. Came here and borrowed another $5 from me.
But you don't know where he is now?
No. Said, sure like a can of beer if you don't mind.
All right, sit still. I'll get it for you.
You sure you won't have one?
No, not me.
No, thanks. I don't want him.
There you go.
Good cold beer. I like it when I get nervous. It always calms me down.
Say, Tobin.
Yeah, officer?
You haven't taken your hat off.
Oh, I was nervous. I guess I forgot. There.
Your hair always been dark blonde?
Since I was a kid, yeah. Why?
How about that scar on your chin? It's a pretty deep one.
Beer's sure good.
I asked you about the scar.
It's kind of embarrassing. I got a little high one night. Fell off a merry-go-round. Big night.
Now I've heard everything.
I had a robbery report a couple of nights ago, Tobin. Hold-up man was just about your height and weight.
Yeah?
Dark blonde hair. Had a scar on his chin, too.
I'm afraid you got a wrong slant, officer. I worked my cab every night of the week. Wasn't me.
Mind if we have a look at your car outside?
How'd you know I had a car?
We didn't. Let's give it a look, shall we?
Why do you want to look at it?
You haven't anything to hide, have you?
Of course not. I'm not like Maury. He's always in trouble, always on the lam. You probably think it's funny when you check the glove compartment in my car.
Will we?
Yeah, you will.
Why's that?
Keep a gun in there. You know how many cab drivers get shot. A guy can't be too careful.
What kind of gun do you have, Tobin?
Revolver. Regular revolver.
What caliber?
38. Why?
2:30 a.m. We searched his car, picked up his 38 caliber revolver, and then we drove Ralph Tobin back to the office where he was detained for questioning. We had a stakeout placed in his apartment. Russ Camp and ballistics checked Tobin's gun against the slugs which had taken the lives of Harry Solomon and Bert Matthews. It was found beyond the question of a doubt that his gun had been used in the Solomon killing. We confronted Tobin with the evidence. He started talking. He told us that Copley was responsible for the murder of both Solomon and Matthews, that Copley had borrowed his gun for the Solomon job. In all the robberies except one, he described himself only as the accomplice. He drove the getaway taxi cab. The only occasion he tried to handle the actual holdup was at the cafe, where he became so nervous that he had dropped his gun. Before he was booked on suspicion of murder, Tobin told us that Morris Copley still had 2 .38 revolvers in his possession. He insisted he had no idea where Copley was. Ben handled the questioning while a stenographer took Tobin's statement. I contacted Inspector Bowers and informed him of our progress. 11 a.m. I got back to the squad room. All right, did you check back through that personnel record we got from the cab company?
Yeah, I got half an idea, I think.
Yeah?
See here on Copley's application for the job?
No, sure, we checked out all those references. They don't go anywhere.
No, I mean this right here. Married, yes. Children, 1 daughter. Age 4 months. Well, this application's dated May 6th. That means his baby was born in February.
Yeah, sure. Copley was working here then, so it's 10 to 1 the baby was born in a local hospital.
That's what I mean. If we find the right hospital or the doctor, they could lead us to him.
There's the phone book. Let's go. From noon until 4 p.m., we called every hospital, sanitarium, clinic, and rest home listed in the book. The answers were the same. No record of confinement for a Mrs. Morris Copley.
Well, seemed like a good idea. Who are you calling now?
Well, we've got one more, the county hospital. Well, this is Sergeant Friday, Police Department, Robbery Detail. Yes. I'd like to find out if you have any record of confinement for a Mrs. Morris Copley. No, that's Copley. C as in Charlie. Yes, thank you.
He might have sent his wife out of town to have a baby.
That's possible. Yeah. 1118. Thank you. 1118 Rochester, Copley's aunt.
Let's go.
4:30 p.m. Together with Olson and Thaxter from Homicide Detail, we drove out to 1118 Rochester Avenue in the Crenshaw district. The house was vacant. From a neighbor, we learned that Copley's aunt had moved 2 weeks before. We got her address from one of her friends in the neighborhood and finally located her at work in a beauty shop on Melrose Avenue. We posed as traffic investigators. The aunt told us she thought we could find her nephew Morris at home, an address on East 13th Street. 6 p.m. We located the house and parked the cars a half a block away. As we approached the house on foot, we saw a light burning in one of the windows on the left side of the house. Thaxter and Olson covered the back. At a given signal, they entered the back door. Ben and I went through the front.
It's empty.
Yeah. Thaxter!
Nothing back here, Joe. Empty.
Yeah, that's great.
Looks like somebody passed him a tip-off just in time. Look at the mess this place is in.
We got out in a hurry, all right.
Hey, what's going on here? What do you men think you're doing?
Police officers, your name?
Silvera, one of the neighbors. You looking for the Copleys?
When'd they leave?
20 minutes ago, I guess, in an awful hurry. What's the trouble?
You know where they were going?
Well, no, but you might try Mr. Copley's aunt. She lives over in Rochester.
They're not there.
Well, have you tried his sister's house?
6:45 p.m. The neighbor, Silvera, directed us to the home of Morris Copley's sister, a small frame cottage on the edge of Beverly Hills. The lights were on in the living room, but the shades were drawn. Thaxter and Olson made their way quietly around to the back. Ben and I went up the front steps and rang the bell.
Yes? What do you want?
You Miss Copley?
Yes? What is it?
police officers, ma'am. Sorry.
Oh, he isn't here. Maury isn't here.
We know he's here.
Living room's empty. Must be in the back, Joe.
You can't. He's in the bedroom with the baby. He's got a gun. You can't go in there.
Where's the bedroom?
It's the end of the hall there, that door. He was sleeping. I think he's awake now.
The baby close to him?
In the same bed. She's propped up on pillows right next to him. He's got that gun with him. Don't go in, please.
Where's the bed situated in the room?
It's right inside the door to the left. Oh, please don't go in. He won't care what happens to the baby.
Ben, I'll open the door. You hit the light switch and cover me. Watch the baby.
You better stay here, Miss Copley. Your baby won't get hurt.
Let's go. All right, let's go in.
All right, drop it, you.
Grab the gun, Ben.
All right, come on. I got it, Joe. All right, Copley, get him up. Come on up. Joe?
Yeah, I got him.
Just a little frightened, ma'am. She's all right.
I'll kill you, Mary. You tell him where to find us, didn't you? I'll kill you for that.
Maury, I swear I didn't. I swear.
Lousy dame. Nobody else knows she's the one who told you, didn't she?
No.
Then who did? Who told you?
You're looking at her.
What do you mean?
Your baby.
The story you have just heard was true. Only the names were changed to protect the innocent.
On December 16th, trial was held in Superior Court, City and County of Los Angeles, State of California. In a moment, the results of that trial.
And now, here is our star, Jack Webb.
Thank you. The working detective knows that there is one mark of identification that never changes, a man's fingerprints. The suspect may change his appearance in many ways, but his fingerprints always remain the same, a mark of identity that cannot be changed. When you compare Fatima with other long cigarettes, the difference is quality, a mark of identity which never changes. And Fatima is extra mild. If you're a long cigarette smoker like I am, smoke Fatima. They cost the same, but in Fatima, the difference is quality. Smoke Fatima.
Morris John Copley and Ralph Edward Tobin were tried and convicted of murder in the first degree, 2 counts. They were both sentenced to be executed in the lethal gas chamber of the state penitentiary, San Quentin, California. You have just heard Dragnet, a series of authentic cases from official files. Technical advice comes from the Office of Chief of Police W.H. Parker, Los Angeles Police Department.
Fatima Cigarettes, the best of all long cigarettes, has brought you Dragnet, portions transcribed from Los Angeles.
Coming up, We the People. Tomorrow, enjoy The Life of Riley on NBC.
From 75 years ago, October 5th, 1950, Dragnet, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Comedy tomorrow with It Pays to Be Ignorant, the craziest game show you ever heard, starring Deems Taylor as their guest. Also, the Stan Freberg Show, Jack Benny, where Jack finally gets to meet Dennis's mom back in 1946, and a 1948 edition of The Great Gildersleeve starring Harold Perry. Comedy again on Tuesday. Fred Allen, Ozzie and Harriet, all from 45. Hoosier Hot Shots from 1950. And Milton Berle. And A Salute to the Old West. That'll be coming up from 1947. Then on Wednesday, we get back to Crime and Adventure with Barry Craig, confidential investigator William Gargan from 1952, Dick Colmer as Boston Blackie from 1946, Gerald Moore as Philip Marlowe from 1949, and a 99-year-old episode of Calling All Cars. On Thursday's program, an uncut edition of the Phil Harris Alice Faye Show from 1953 that includes the warm-up, so you get to hear what they were doing to get the audience all in the mood. We'll also have a 1945 edition of Fibber and Molly, where Fibber and Molly go out to buy a new used car. A 1946 episode of The Great Gildersleeve as Leela Leaves Town, and a 1952 edition of Father Knows Best, Betty the Crooner. Comedy again on Friday, where we'll have Amos and Andy from 1948, The Aldrich Family from 1939, a 1948 edition of Lum and Abner, and Jack Benny from 1937. And next Saturday, Counter Spy, Escape, The Lineup, and Suspense. And then on Sunday next, comedy with Jack Benny, You Bet Your Life, starring Groucho Marx, Father Knows Best, and Bob Hope. That's all coming up the week ahead here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. But now, Jackson Beck as Philo Vance.
This is Debbie Reynolds. If you've been wondering what you can do to fight communism personally from your own home, there is something you can do. Support Radio Free Europe, the station built and financed by the contributions of the American public to the crusade for freedom. Radio Free Europe is one Cold War operation the communists fear and attack constantly. Support Radio Free Europe. Send your truth dollars to Crusade for Freedom, care of your local postmaster.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, Jackson Beck starring as Philo Vance from 77 years ago, October 5th, 1948, the Bulletin Murder Case.
Hey, Harkins. The old man wants you in his office.
Oh, thanks, Eddie. Probably wants to give me a bonus on that last yarn I turned in for the sheet.
Who knows what he wants, including him. Walk you to the door?
Yeah, do that. Some young cub reporter might be waiting to take a bite out of me in transit.
What are you working on for the old man, Harkins? Something hot?
Big secret stuff. No can talk.
Not even to me. I'm working here, you know.
You never know it. See you later, Ed. Hi, boss.
Come in, Harkins. I got an assignment for you.
Good. Let's have it.
Ever hear of Philo Vance?
Private investigator par excellence? Sure, I've heard of him.
Get an interview on him. Something about the cases he's worked on. Ought to make a good feature. Maybe we'll run it as a series on Sundays. That's all.
Just like that, I'm to get a story out of Vance, Mike, you know he never talks to reporters.
So don't be a reporter. Be a society gal. Be somebody in trouble. Be anybody. Nobody said you had to be a reporter.
No, that's right. Nobody did. A lot of people have told me I'm not a reporter. But you wouldn't be one of them, would you, Mike?
I might one of these days. Call me and let me know how you make out.
Okay, Mike. By the way, that yarn I was on this morning, nothing doing on it. NG-NS. No story.
What one's that?
That thing about the concert pianist, Lillian White, inheriting $500,000. She denies it.
She denies it, so there's no story? Maybe I should have sent Henderson.
Wait a minute, Mike. Keep your top down. Did dig up something on the White gal. Found out she was once married to a man named Joe McGuff. Mean anything?
Not to me. Did you knock out what you have?
Yeah, here it is on this paper. Only it isn't much, and you can't use it. But here it is, such as it is. Only I'm telling you now, it's no yarn, it's no nothing.
Well, if you got nothing except that she was married to a guy named Joe McGuff, it sure is no story. Okay, leave it and I'll look it over. Go on now. See what you can find out from Philo Vance.
I'm on my way. Only from what I've heard of him, I've got an idea he'll find out more about me than I will about him.
Keep moving! Keep moving there! Keep moving! Hey, you, what's the idea of parking in the middle of a busy street? Move that cab out of there before I give you a ticket.
Hey, officer, I gotta talk to you. Come here, please. Hurry.
Okay, what's with you in that taxi?
Officer, look in the back of my cab. There's a girl there. I picked her up in front of the Bulletin office 10 minutes ago.
What about it?
She's dead. She's been murdered. There's a knife in her heart.
That's the story, Vance, all of it. The girl was a reporter on the Bulletin, and she was on her way to interview you when she was murdered.
Interview me? Well, that sounds like a very interesting case, Markham.
Not to me, it doesn't. If anybody was murdered because they were on their way to interview you, Vance, murder's getting a little too close to home.
Perhaps we'll move our home then, Ellen. What does the district attorney think about that?
I'm not thinking about anything, Vance, except this girl's murder and the fact that she was on her way here when she was killed. Generally, you're not concerned with the murder until after it happens.
That's true, of course. But before I do anything on the girl's murder, I think it might be an idea to quiet my secretary's fear for my safety. Ellen, up until now, I've done a pretty good job of taking care of myself, haven't I?
Yes, Vance, you have. But it only takes one mistake to bring your average all the way down to 0.
Well, I'll try not to make that mistake. Come on, Markham, let's get going. We'll make the newspaper office our first stop. I don't know a better place to pick up some news.
Eddie, listen to me. Somebody murdered one of our staff. Reporters have solved crimes before, but this one we've got to solve.
I'd like to get my mitts on whoever knocked off Harkins, Mike. She was one of the best newspaper men I've ever worked with.
Well, go on. Get going, Eddie. There must be some connection with her death and a story she was working on.
Well, you'd know what yarn you gave her, Mike. What was she on?
Nothing at the moment. Nothing but a straight assignment. An interview with Philo Vance.
What was she working on before?
Nothing. That item about a concert pianist named Lillian White inheriting some money. Nothing important.
Nothing, except that you took that story and put it on page 1. What a nice little job you made of it, too. Headline, is this the story that caused the death of the Bulletin reporter? Subhead, who is this mysterious Joe McGough? Nuts.
McGuff.
G-O-U-G-H is McGough.
All right, Eddie, have it your way, only don't be bitter. That yarn, treated just that way, will be on page 1 of every paper in the country by morning. They'll all handle the story the same way. It's human interest.
A story that wasn't even a story becomes front-page news, only it costs the reporter's life. I think maybe I'll turn in my press card.
I know how you feel, Eddie, but forget it. Now, listen. How about to the house where the taxi driver lives? The one that picked up Harkins in front of our building. Get him to say something. Whether he saw anybody get in the cab when it stopped for a light. Anything.
Okay, Mike, I'm on my way. Only if the cab driver knew anything, he'd have told the cops. And Riley at headquarters said he keeps insisting he didn't see anyone get into the cab after Harkins got in.
The cops let him go, Eddie. He's home now. You got the address?
Sure, Riley gave it to me.
Well, get on your horse and see what you can find out.
Okay. Only don't expect me to die just to put my story on the front page. Hi, Johnny.
Hi, Eddie.
Hey, what is this? Every newspaper man in town waiting to see that taxi driver?
Looks like it, don't it? Well, we can't get in, though, Eddie. Cops have been there since I got here.
Flash your press card?
I could have left it home. Sergeant Heath's in charge.
Heath?
Yeah.
Heath's on homicide. What's he doing here?
That Harkins girl's death wasn't any accident, you know. And if you really want to know what Heath is doing, ask him yourself. Here he comes out the door now. Hey, Heath! What'd he say, huh? Did you get anything on it?
All right, shut up. Shut up, all of you.
Okay, quiet.
Hey, Heath, all we want to know is whether that cab driver talked. Did he say he saw anybody get in his cab while he was driving the girl?
Yeah, what'd you get from him?
I said shut up, and I mean it. The cab driver didn't talk. What's more, he ain't gonna talk, now or never, to nobody. He's dead.
What? What did you say?
Yeah, killed the same way as the girl was. We don't know who knocked him off, either.
Hello?
Miss Lillian White?
Yes?
Long distance is calling. I have your party, sir. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Lil.
Yes, who is this?
This is Joe, Lil, your darling husband. Remember me?
Joe, where are you? What do you want?
It don't make hardly any difference where I am. And what I want, well, that don't make hardly any difference either. I just seen the papers.
But, Joe, I don't know how that reporter found out that you were my husband. I didn't tell her.
No, I don't suppose you would, hardly. But she found out. Only I don't care about that. I care about $500,000 you inherited, according to the story. I want in on that dough. I'm entitled to it. I'm still married to you. Remember, kid?
Joe, that story isn't true.
Maybe. Maybe not. Anyhow, I'm hopping a plane in a few minutes, and I'll be in to see you in a couple of hours. Just don't be too surprised when I walk in. I hardly want to surprise you, honey. Hardly.
City room's on the 8th floor, gentlemen.
Thank you. Well, we're finally on the way to the Bulletin office, Vance. Sorry we were held up.
That taxi driver's death didn't help us any, Markham. Apparently, the same person killed Miss Harkins. Find the one murderer, and you solve 2 murders.
Sounds like bargain day. Do you know why the taxi driver was killed?
I think so. And I think I know why Miss Harkins was killed, too.
Well, I'd say she was killed because of a story she was working on. Someone didn't want that story in print, and if that's true, when we see her editor, we'll find out what she was working on, and we'll have our suspects.
The general idea is a possibility. The cab driver's death is pretty easily explained. He probably did see someone in his cab with Miss Harkins, didn't tell the police, but instead figured he'd try a little blackmail.
Oh, when will people learn, I wonder?
He won't learn anything anymore, I'm afraid. Well, here's the 8th floor.
City room straight ahead.
Right. You know, Vance, I think this case is going to give us trouble. I just have that feeling.
All cases give us trouble, Markham. In every case we ever work on, somebody has committed a murder they've thought out pretty carefully. In their intelligence lies the extent of the trouble they cause us. And I'm sure our murderer this time isn't stupid.
And my hunch was correct.
Probably. We'll know very shortly, as soon as we know what story Miss Harkins was going to print. Come on in with me. I beg your pardon.
Yes, what is it?
I'm Philo Vance. This is District Attorney Markham.
How are you?
Oh, hello. Hello, both of you. I'm Eddie Henderson. Can I help you, Vance?
Perhaps. I'd like to see the city editor. Where do I find him?
Oh, in that office back there. The first one on your right. Walk right in where it says private. Everyone else does.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, which desk was Miss Harkins?
That one there. First one you see. Why?
I don't imagine we have to explain why, do we, Mr. Henderson?
Oh, no, of course not. I'm sorry. Well, I gotta get this copy to the boy. Excuse me.
Why didn't you tell him why we wanted to see Miss Harkins' desk, Markham?
A very complicated reason, Vance. You didn't tell me why we wanted to see it.
Well, here it is. Now, let me see. Every newspaper writer I ever knew kept a carbon of every piece he wrote. Generally, the top drawer.
Miss Harkins was no exception, apparently. There are her carbons.
I'm going to take a look at the last few, just for luck. Nothing on the first one except a note to interview me. We knew about that.
Yes, of course.
This one? Lillian White denied today that she had inherited $500,000, although the bulletin learned from authoritative sources that she had. Miss White, famous concert pianist, was the wife of Joe McGuff. Ever hear of him, Markham?
McGuff. How do you spell it, Vance?
M-C-G-U-F-F. Know him?
I'm not sure.
Well, Markham, that's the unfinished story every paper in America carried as the last item Miss Harkins wrote.
That's the story her killer didn't want finished, I imagine, eh?
Perhaps. And then again, perhaps not. I'll just borrow this carbon. Now let's see our friend, the city editor.
Oh, his name is Abbott. Mike Abbott, though that doesn't tell us anything, of course.
It isn't his name I expect will tell us anything. I'm hoping that he will.
Hello, Miss White.
Eddie. Eddie, what are you doing in my apartment?
Talking to you. Only I don't know why I'm bothering to. I've done a lot for you in the Bulletin, Lillian. But I didn't like what you did to pay me off.
Please, Eddie, don't I have enough trouble now? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Don't you? It wouldn't be that you wanted to make sure Myrna Harkins never got any more information about you, would it? And that you killed her.
I killed her? Who sent it to me with that made-up story about an inheritance that I never got? Couldn't have been anybody but you.
Doesn't matter where the paper got the tip that sent Harkins here. What does matter to me is that you wouldn't want any information about your husband, this Joe McGuff, to get out. You see, I just got finished checking, and I found out the rackets he's been running.
Get out of here, Eddie. Get out of here before I send for someone to throw you out.
Who are you going to send for, Joe? And what are you going to tell him? And aren't you afraid I've got something to tell him, too?
This is District Attorney Markham. The Bulletin Murder Case began when Myrna Harkins, Bulletin reporter, was found stabbed to death in a cab. Philo Vance visited the Bulletin office where he talked to Eddie Henderson, reporter, and Mike Abbott, editor. Neither could throw any light on the murder, but the police believe that a story Miss Harkins was writing, and which was later published unfinished, is a clue. It concerns a concert pianist named Lillian White and her secret and up till now missing husband, Joe McGuff. Vance was on his way to Miss White's apartment when I last saw him and should be there in a few minutes.
What's the matter, Lily? You don't seem hardly glad to see me at all, hardly.
Go away, Joe. Go back where you came from.
I hopped the plane just to look at you, Lily. So stop playing that piano. I want to look at you and that $500,000.
There is no $500,000, Joe. I don't know where the newspaper ever thought I inherited anything. I didn't. Believe me, I didn't.
Maybe not. Anyhow, I'm going to stick around town here to make sure. Hey, that newspaper dame that wrote that story, she's the one got herself killed. That wouldn't hardly be anything you did, Lily.
Joe, you don't know what you're saying.
No? Maybe not. Hey, Lil, I've been away a couple of years. I was coming back about this time anyhow to take care of a guy. You wouldn't hardly know nobody named Gregory, would you? Bill Gregory?
No. No, I never heard of him, and I wish I'd never heard of you.
I like you too, Lily lady. Only I don't hardly like the way you talk to me. Somebody calling on you, Lily?
I don't know. I'm not expecting anyone. Might be the police. They've been here almost all the time since that story appeared.
Okay, Lily, if it's the cops, I'll get out the back way. I gotta take care of you. And that Gregory guy. Only it's two different ways of taking care. Be seeing you, Lily.
I'm coming. Just a moment. Yes?
Miss White, I'm Philo Vance. May I come in?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Your company left in a hurry, I presume. I didn't scare him off, did I?
How did you know there'd been somebody here?
Oh, please, Miss White. Don't expect any Sherlock Holmes explanation such as a rubber heel mark on your rug or a burning cigar left carelessly behind. I merely heard voices from outside. Oh, magnificent piano, this.
What do you want, Mr. Vance?
Well, under any other circumstances, I'd want to hear you play. But right at the moment, I'd like to know about a man named Joe McGuff.
What the papers printed about him was true. He's my husband.
McGuff, eh? M-C-G-O-U-G-H?
Yes.
Then the papers had the spelling right. I wondered. By the way, it wasn't he who was here a little while back, was it?
Yes, it was. He left the back way. He thought you might be the police.
Oh? What's his allergy to police, Miss White?
I don't know what he's been doing. He's been away for 5 years. All I do know is that right now he's looking for a man named Gregory.
He's been away 5 years, and Miss Harkins found out about you and him?
She came to interview me when I was out. My maid let her in, and she was alone here in the apartment. She might have come across my marriage license, correspondence, anything.
They did say she was a good reporter. Miss White, have you any idea where I can see Joe McGuff?
No. No, I don't.
I haven't either. But I'll find him. You may be unhappy to learn. I think that will be all, Miss Deering. My notes are up to date on the Bulletin Murder, I believe. Read me the last item again, will you please?
Certainly, Vance. With the knowledge of the above facts, detailed in chronological order, it is very evident to me who murdered Myrna Harkins, and as a consequence, Arthur Allen, the taxi driver. Well, that's it, Vance. Now tell me, who was it?
Who it was, Ellen, is secondary in this case to why it was. Wait until Markham gets here, which should be momentarily, and I'll tell you both at the same time.
You could dictate it, and then I'll promise not to even look at it until the district attorney gets here.
Oh, Ellen.
I'll wait for Markham.
Hello, you two. Here I am, right on schedule.
Practically on cue, and I'm glad you're here.
Really? Well, that's very complimentary. Vance, I've got some information. Joe McGuff is at the Rex Hotel. Heath tracked him down, only McGuff doesn't know that.
Good, Markham. That's really good news. It will postpone my announcement, however. I'm going to see Mr. McGuff.
Vance, you promised.
Yes, I did, Ellen, but I told you the fascinating part of this case was why Miss Harkins was killed. That's the part I don't know either. But it's the part I'm going to find out now.
I could kick you out of here, Vance. You could hardly blame me for that, could you? Hardly.
No, I couldn't. You don't seem surprised that I found you, Mr. McGuff.
I heard of you, Vance. I ain't surprised at nothing you do.
Then it won't disturb you too much to know that I can find a certain man named Gregory for you.
Gregory? You know where he is?
I think so.
Maybe you're thinking ain't so good. Maybe you talk faster than you know. What does he look like?
About 45, gray hair, parted on the side, big fellow, big hands.
And big bluff. Okay, Vance, you know him. Where is he?
First, what do you have against Mr. Gregory?
A beef, that's what I have. And he knows I got that beef. And he knows that one day I was going to come and take it out on him. The hard way.
So he's afraid of you?
He's been afraid of me for 5 years, ever since he crossed me. And every day of those 5 years, he ain't hardly slept, hardly, on account of he knew I'd get him. You think not?
Hardly. Joe, I'm going to do more than just tell you where Gregory is and what name he's using. I'm going to deliver him to you. How'd you like that?
How'd I like it? With bells on, my coat off, and my sleeves rolled up. That's how I'd like it.
Hello?
Ellen, this is Vance. Is Markham still at the office?
Yes, he's sitting right here, Vance, and so am I. Only I'm on pins and needles.
Rather uncomfortable, I imagine.
Vance, I've got to know who killed Myrna Harkins and why. But I'll settle for one thing now. Were the police right in their original premise that the story about Miss White's inheritance was the reason Miss Harkins was murdered?
You mean was Miss Harkins killed to prevent that story from being printed?
Yes.
We've never been more wrong in our lives. That murder was committed in order to make certain that that story appeared. Good evening, Mr. Abbott.
What? Oh, hello, Vance.
Where's your star reporter, Mr. Abbott? Mr. Eddie Henderson, I believe his name is?
He's out in the city room. You want him?
Yes, as soon as I check some facts with you.
Yeah? Check away.
Mr. Abbott, Myrna Harkins' last story would never have been printed if she hadn't been murdered. Isn't that so?
You mean it was no story the way she wrote it? That's right.
Suppose it was important to somebody that that story appear not only in your paper, but nationally. It would be impossible unless the person who wrote it suddenly became important. You know, Abbott, I think...
Hey, Chief,
Oh, come in, Henderson. We were talking about you a while ago. Sergeant Heath.
Yeah, Vance?
Please come in with Mr. Henderson and stay close to him, will you?
Sure, Vance. Anything you say. Come on, Henderson. Vance wants you.
What do you want with me, Vance?
Eddie, Mr. Vance thinks you had something to do with Myrna Harkins' death.
He does? Well, isn't that nice?
Now, don't get tough with Vance or I'll rap you one.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Don't mention it.
Henderson, you knew nobody would print the Lillian White inheritance story the way she wrote it. So you killed her to make sure it would appear. Take him downtown, Heath.
Sure, Vance. Come along, you.
Get your hands off me, you big ape. I never killed anybody.
Come on,
Nobody's gonna
come on, out with you. I'll take care of this character, Vance. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Well, so Henderson's a murderer. I can't believe it.
Then don't try to. Oh, Mr. Gregory.
Yeah? I mean, who?
Don't bother with the deception, my friend. I know your name is Gregory, and I know you killed Myrna Harkins. That little byplay with Henderson just now was to throw you off your guard so you'd answer to the name of Gregory.
Well, what does that prove?
A lot of things.
You said whoever killed Harkins did it so her story would get in the paper. Well, I'm the editor. I could have used that story if I'd wanted to. And what's this Mr. Gregory business about?
You're Gregory, all right. I described you to Joe McGuff.
McGuff?
That's right. And it's right that you could have published Miss Harkins' story in your own paper. But that wasn't any good. You had to have a story that would break nationally, so no matter where McGuff was, he'd see it and come back here.
I wanted him back here, whoever he is?
Most certainly. That was your intention when you first dreamed up the inheritance story for Miss Harkins to work on. You had the whole thing planned then. Let her write the denial. Then you were to kill her, and her last story would then be page 1 news all over the country. You wanted McGuff back here so you could kill him before he got you. Heath. Heath.
Here I am, Vance. Do I take this guy downtown?
Please. He's one of the lowest murderers I've ever met. Killing an innocent girl just as a means to bring somebody here where he could get his hands on him.
Harkins innocent? That's how much you know. She knew all about me. The same things that McGuff knew. She'd been blackmailing me for years. Hey, Vance. Vance, tell me. I gotta know something. Where did I make my mistake?
You were too good a newspaper man, Gregory. Too good a newspaper man, but not too good a murderer. Any questions?
Just one, Vance. What pointed to Mr. Abbott, or Gregory, as the murderer?
I'll tell you. When Myrna Harkins wrote the story of Lillian White's alleged inheritance, she spelled McGuff M-C-G-U-F-F.
Yes?
Her editor, who'd sent her on the story in the first place, knew the correct spelling was M-C-G-O-U-G-H. So he changed her copy accordingly.
Oh, I get it. And actually, he'd have no way of knowing the right spelling unless he knew McGuff.
Correct. He had to change the story to be sure it came to the attention of the right McGuff. Quite simple, isn't it?
It always is after you explain it. Vance, you're so wonderful. You solved this one, and it was a pretty tough package.
Well, let's not discuss packages, Ellen. Let's understand only that this is the end of the Bulletin Murder Case.
"77 years ago, October 5th, 1948, Jackson Beck as Philo Vance here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit our webpage, classicradio.stream, to support the podcast. Coming up next, John Daner in an episode of Frontier Gentlemen.
The crusade for freedom is a crusade for your freedom and mine. The truth dollars people send the crusade for freedom help preserve our own freedom, even as they get the truth and hope to people behind the Iron Curtain. Truth dollars help finance Radio Free Europe and Radio Free Asia, the most effective weapons Western democracy has for countering lies and distortion. Send your contribution to the Crusade for Freedom, care of your local postmaster. That's Crusade for Freedom, care of your local postmaster.
We continue now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, an episode of Frontier Gentlemen starring John Daner from 67 years ago, October 5th, 1958, the story of the librarian.
Last week, I reported an incident involving a gold mining claim. This is the story of an altogether different type of claim.
Frontier Gentlemen. Herewith, an Englishman's account of life and death in the West. As a reporter for the London Times, he writes his colorful and unusual stories. But as a man with a gun, he lives and becomes a part of the violent years in the new territories. In just a moment, we will bring you this latest report from the Frontier Gentlemen. Like a season ticket to the ballpark, CBS News admits you to every major event going on. Regular features like our World News Roundup, broadcast 7 mornings a week on most of these same stations, make you spectator to the most spectacular events of our time. They take you right to where the news is happening, let you learn the details from experts who've watched the news develop. Every morning on CBS Radio, join CBS News correspondents on the World News Roundup for reports from the major news centers of the world. Now, starring John Daner, this is the story of J.B. Kendall, Frontier Gentlemen.
On the western shore of the Missouri River in Dakota Territory is a town called Fort Pierre. Across the river, a tiny wood frame extension of Fort Pierre called simply Pierre. But it is here that the United States government has established a land office, and it was here that I journeyed in search of a story on homesteaders. The land office was closed, but a local citizen told me I might find homesteaders some 25 miles east of there. Instead, there was only desolation. And I was turning my horse for the trip back to Pierre when the afternoon air was shattered by an exchange of gun shots. Riding towards a puff of smoke that rose from a dry wash some distance away, I found a woman who appeared to be in her middle 30s busily firing a rifle at a shack that stood some 100 yards beyond me.
Come out of that cabin with your hands in the air while you can still walk.
You need help.
Don't come any closer, mister.
I'm not going to harm you.
I said don't come any closer, I'll shoot.
I'm sure you would, but you'd be making a mistake.
Are you with him?
I assume you're talking about the party you're shooting at in the cabin? No, I assure you I'm not with him.
It's a trick. You're on his side.
No, I happened to be in the area, heard the gunshots, and came over to investigate.
You sure?
I'm sure. You convinced?
Almost got you, didn't he? Better keep that long neck of yours down. But I'm not taking this rifle off you till I know who you are. What's your name?
J.B. Kendall.
What are you doing around here?
I'm a writer.
Mister, do you think I'm just fooling with you?
No, not at all. I am a writer. I write for the London Times. I'm a correspondent.
No, you don't. You keep your hands where I can see them.
Miss, please believe me. If I could be of help, I want to, but a shotgun interrogation is hardly to my liking. Do you want to tell me what this is all about?
I don't trust you. I'm not used to this kind of thing. People out here.
Something tells me Dakota Territory is a good deal west of your home.
My husband died in Massachusetts. I've just come from there.
I'm sorry. You haven't told me your name.
Mrs. James Danworthy, Elmira Danworthy.
Mrs. Danworthy? What are you doing out here, besides trying to kill somebody?
It's not a joking matter, Mr. Kendall.
No, I didn't.
My husband and I came west almost a year ago. We'd seen one of those advertisements in the Eastern papers. They're cheats. Advertising towns in the West that don't even exist.
Yes, I've heard of that.
It took all our money, which wasn't much. He'd been a soldier 4 years of war and several years after, and I was a librarian in Boston. I was 30 when I married him. I'd waited a long time for him to get his fill of the Army. Then we came west, and nothing worked out. We'd paid for a house and lot in a town that didn't even exist. That was in Kansas.
Well, how did you happen to come to Dakota?
We wanted to get out of Kansas and heard about this homestead land here. It's kind of dry sometimes, but we liked it. I guess because we could have it. We preempted it right away and...
Preempted? What?
If you're 21 and a citizen, haven't borne arms against the United States, you can have 160 acres.
And you've got 160 acres?
If I'm living there a week from now, I have.
Oh? What do you mean?
You get 6 months to prove up on your land. When Jim took sick, we had 3 months more to go. I took him back to Massachusetts, but it was too late. He died there.
Oh, now you're back and somebody has moved in on your claim, is that it?
Yes. I have to be living here or I lose it.
I see. Well, do you know who the man is?
No. I just got here today. He chased me away. Said it was his place.
Have you talked to him?
No.
Just shooting at him?
Yes. He came out several times, but I couldn't hit him. I'd kill him if I could. Jim and I worked hard for this.
Why did you come back?
It was to be our home. Now it was mine.
It's still yours.
What are you going to do?
Well, first take that rifle.
You're with him. You are.
No.
It's been a trick the whole time. All of this
No. Now listen to me. I'm going up and talk to him. Get down. Look out.
You're not fooling me. He's just doing that. Trying to make me think he's shooting at you. You're together, stealing my land. Give me that rifle.
Now, you...
I'll kill you for tricking me.
Wait. I'm going up there. I'll talk to him. Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
I'll kill you. Both of you. If it's the last thing I do.
It's the smoke which comes through the filter that counts.
Yes, in a filter cigarette, it's the smoke which comes through the filter that counts. The P. Lorillard Company, makers of Kent, learned that fact a long time ago. That's why research played such an important role in the development of Kent cigarettes and Kent's exclusive micronite filter. And today, as before, you get less tars and nicotine in the smoke of Kent than in any other leading filter cigarette in America.
That's the reason behind Kent's famous statement. Of all leading filter cigarettes, Kent filters best. Try Kent today. Regular, king size, or crush-proof box. It makes good sense to smoke Kent, and good smoking, too. A product of P. Lorillard Company, first with the finest cigarettes through Lorillard research. And remember,
it's the smoke which comes through the filter that counts.
I walked toward the cabin. At any moment, I expected gunfire, but nothing happened. I was such an obvious target that my hidden adversary must have been curious as to my intent. It was with a feeling of relief that I finally confronted this stranger in the cabin, a young man, but haggard and hungry-looking. He stood in the doorway and waggled a long rifle barrel at me.
Well, looky here. I got me a brave Yankee. Just dying to walk right down this squirrel gun. All right, stop in your tracks, Yankee. You move that rifle, you're 1 inch, I'll blow your innards out.
I have no quarrel with you.
Whoo-wee, why, that ain't even a Yankee. Throw down that rifle.
No. I came to talk, not give up my gun. I told you, I have no quarrel with you.
I can shoot you down right now.
You could, and you'd never know what I have to say.
Mister, you got a lot of nerve walking up here.
No more than you have, taking over the lady's claim.
That's what you want to say? You come here to say that?
I'm asking you to leave.
You got any shuck on you?
Shuck?
Cigarette makings, you got any?
Yes.
Hand them over.
Is that an order or a request?
I'm telling you.
Did it occur to you that I may not like to take orders? That my rifle is covering you at this point?
Mister, I've had every rifle in the Yankee Army on me one time or another. It don't make no do to me. Now, give me the makings, if you can spare it.
All right. Here, catch. You're pretty shaky, aren't you? You been ill?
No. No, I ain't sick. War left me that. Who's that lady? Your wife?
No, just a friend.
Well, you better tell her to leave me alone. I could kill her easy, but I'd soon not.
Look, you seem like a decent sort. Why don't you saddle up and ride on? This lady is a widow. She and her husband built this place.
Mister, now you get this and you get it straight. I spent 4 years sharpening my eye on Yankees during the war. Now it's over and we're all supposed to be friends again. But it don't work that way, see? Now, I've had a saddle thrown on me in every town west of the Mississippi and north of Arkansas. I got a hole in my neck to chase the plow. But the Yankees won't let me have no land legal-like. So I found this one and I'm taking it. You hear me?
Then you'd rather steal this land from a widow.
Yankees the best widowmakers I know, mister.
The war is over.
Is it? Not in my... Go on. Leave me be. Go on, get out of here.
You are sick, aren't you?
Leave me be, I said. Now get. Next time you come back, I'll kill you.
I never expected you to come back.
Did you really think I was in partnership to steal your property?
I don't know. I saw you talking to him. I thought...
I understand.
Who is he?
War-sick Confederate soldier.
Can we get him out?
And I don't want to shoot him. He's had enough of that. Now, we'll go to the land office in Pierre. They'll see you get it back legally.
Good morning, folks.
Good morning. I'm Mr. Kendall, and this
Now, don't tell me. This is the charming Mrs. Kendall.
No, this is Mrs. Danworthy.
Mrs. Danworthy. Bartley Quill, United States Land Agent par excellence, your humble servant, madam.
Yes. How do you do, Mr. Quill?
Now, you folks are desirous of locating a nice homestead in the area, is that correct?
No, Mr.
It will
Quill.
cost you 50 cents. I shall have my assistant, Mr. Todd, bring forward the necessary papers. If you can't read, I'll help you. Mr. Todd?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Quill, please listen.
Your servant, sir.
Yes, I know.
Well, then?
Yes, well, Mrs. Danworthy and her late husband already have a homestead claim some 25 miles east of here.
Oh, a widow. Madam, I am sorry. Mr. Todd, never mind.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kendall, maybe I'd better work this out my own way.
Work what out, madam?
There's a claim jumper on my property.
Claim jumper. Do you mean some foul citizen has moved onto your land?
Worse, into the cabin. He's taken it over.
And you want him out, of course.
Of course. We thought maybe you could advise us.
No. As government land agent, I am not allowed to advise in these matters.
Oh, I see.
What you need is a land attorney, a person familiar with the law. Yes, not only familiar with it, but conversant and persuasive.
Well, may I ask, are you allowed to recommend such a person?
Oh, yes, indeed. Madam, your worries are over.
The land attorney, Mr. Quill, you were about...
Fortunately, sir, there is one in these parts, but only one.
His name?
Bartley Wilkinson Quill, attorney at law, Yale 54.
Yes, of course, I should have known. All right, what can you do?
In time, good sir, in time. Mr. Todd, bring me my book covering claim jumpers.
What? I don't understand. There's no book written.
Oh, Todd. Pardon, sir, for the stupidity of my assistant. Stupidity is the problem these days, all phases of government.
Well, now, I wouldn't...
You found it, of course, Todd.
Yes, sir. Is this it?
Mr. Quill, Mrs. Danworthy hardly has the time for such legal work as you apparently intend to do.
But a matter of weeks, Kendall. Have him out in no time.
Yes, that's just it.
What is?
She has less than a week in which to be living on her land. No, it has to be done quickly, now.
A widow, you say? Yes. Now, madam, there will doubtless be many legal affairs of another nature to be taken care of. Wills, estate settlements, affairs in the East, perchance.
Mr. Quill, it is not necessary to hang your shingle on Mrs. Danworthy's doorstep.
Nor should one hide under a bushel, my dear sir.
Not a chance, Mr. Quill.
Sir.
Thank you, Mr. Quill. You've been most entertaining, but the lady needs more instantaneous help.
Do I detect a reflection
Detect what you will. Good day.
Just a moment, sir. I perceive that this is a matter for the sheriff.
You?
Your servant, sir. I'll get up a posse. Isn't that proper? A posse, Mr. Kendall. And we'll go hang the man.
Life may be real, but it isn't always earnest. Matter of fact, it's anything but sober, serious, or stern when Amos and Andy are here on CBS Radio in their music hall. The latest popular recordings and the irrepressible high spirits of Amos and Andy make fun a matter of course 6 times a week when they visit you on most of these same stations. How about it? Each Monday through Friday evening and every Saturday in the daytime, join the fun on CBS Radio's Amos and Andy Music Hall.
Not knowing how long Mr. Quill would take to organize his posse, I insisted Mrs. Danworthy engage a hotel room to rest. Then I went out and watched the tiny town appear come alive with excitement as Mr. Quill spread the word that help was needed. By noon, 20 men with horses were lounging about the land office waiting for Mr. Quill, whom I knew to be inside with his books, looking up the proper procedure for handling a posse. I felt it was a good opportunity for me to tell the men my feelings in regard to the man in the cabin. Least of all, did I want him hanged. Gentlemen, your attention, please. Thank you. Gentlemen, as you may or may not know, I am Mr. Kendall. It was I who brought Mrs. Danworthy to town for help.
Oh, who's she? We don't know nothing about this, just that the old man needed a posse.
Oh, I see. Well, Some of you may remember Mrs. Danworthy.
No, I don't.
She and her husband homesteaded 25 miles from here. They took a trip back east and her husband died. Now she's come back to find a claim jumper on her place.
We know how to take care of them.
No, please. That's exactly what we don't want. Now, I've talked to this man. He is dangerous in his present frame of mind. And I suggest that we proceed with caution, but I also insist that we do not kill the man. I've heard that you sometimes let claim jumpers swim across the river. Is that right?
Yeah, funny thing, though. Ain't no record of one of them ever reaching other side, is there, boys?
Now, just a moment. I'm not suggesting that either.
Well, what do you want us to do with him? Kiss him and put him to bed?
If you'll just... Gentlemen, please. Please, gentlemen, if you'll just help me to catch him without harm. Now, what he's doing isn't fair to Mrs. Danworthy, and he must be removed, but killing him is not the answer.
Well, I don't know how you're going to get rid of him otherwise. There's no...
Ah, yes. There you are, boys.
Hi, Quill.
Well, everybody ready?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I've been reading up on it, boys. I found out one thing.
Yeah, what's that, Quill?
It's no good without a rope.
It was after the men had ridden out of town toward the homestead that I discovered Mrs. Danworthy had disappeared. She had not lain in her bed at the hotel, and no one had any idea where she might have gone. Her wagon and horse were missing. And I rode as fast as I could, but I was too late. The posse had arrived just ahead of me. Quill, just a moment. Mrs. Danworthy, have you or any of your men seen her?
It doesn't make any difference, Kendall. Legally, the owner needn't be here.
Mr. Quill, will you stop harping on the legal aspects of a hanging? You can't do this thing. I won't let you. Maybe Mrs. Danworthy is giving up the land.
Well, we'll just move in on that jumper anyway, Kendall.
I want every last one of you men off my property. Right now. Now get.
Widow Danworthy, it's your friend, Mr. Quill, the attorney.
Mr. Quill, I'm asking you to leave.
But what about the claim jumper? We rode a long way for him.
He's gone. I came back here this morning and he was gone.
You'll remember me now, won't you, Mrs. Danworthy? Anytime you have any legal problems,
I'll be obliged if you get off my property.
Yes, ma'am. All right. We're going.
Mr. Kendall,
Yes?
would you come here, please?
Yes.
I'd like to thank you for trying to help me.
That's all right. There's something I want to know.
Yes,
Did you come back to kill him?
yes.
But why? We'd have got rid of him for you.
Because I didn't want that kind of help. If it was to come to that, it was my fight.
And he was sick. He didn't deserve to be killed.
Mr. Kendall, I didn't tell you why my husband died. It was this land. A man never worked so hard. But it killed him. No, I just couldn't let a stranger have it, could I?
Where did you put his body?
I didn't kill him, Mr. Kendall.
You?
He's inside. He doesn't know it, but he's dying of fever. He told me it first came on him in the war.
Does he know you came back to kill him?
No. He was helpless when I found him. He thinks I came back because you told me he was sick. No. He doesn't know.
I stayed there 2 days. Almira Danworthy nursed him to the end. And he died, blessing her name.
Frontier Gentleman was produced and directed by Anthony Ellis. Tonight's script was written by Tom Hanley and stars John Daner as J.B. Kendall. Featured in the cast were Virginia Gregg, Eddie Firestone, Richard Perkins, and Charles Seal. Join us again next week for another report from the Frontier Gentleman. Bud Sewell speaking.
I would love to have had that show have a nice long run, but television got in the way, don't you know? There you go. 67 years ago, October 5th, 1958, The Frontier Gentleman here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We'll take a trip to Pine Ridge, Arkansas, and head down to the Jot 'em Down store next.
This is Walter Pigeon. I'd like to ask you to think for a moment. Think of all your neighbors, friends, or relatives who have died of cancer. Now I'd like you to think of something hopeful. The biggest battle in the history of medicine is now being waged against cancer. Science is learning more and more about this disease, and I'm confident that someday cancer will be conquered. But it won't happen without a fight. And leading this struggle is the American Cancer Society. Their programs of research, education, and service have already accomplished a great deal, and they will do much more if all of us help them. You see, the American Cancer Society can exist only if the American people support it. So won't you join me and all of your friends and neighbors and give generously to the American Cancer Society? Mail your contribution to Cancer, care of your local post office. That's Cancer, care of your local post office. Please, please help in this fight against man's cruelest enemy.
On this Sunday Classic Radio Theater, we wrap up this episode with an episode of Lum and Abner. We go back 83 years, October 5th, 1942.
The makers of Alka-Seltzer bring you Lum and Abner.
Say, tell me, how many of you Lum and Abner listeners are, as the old saying goes, from Missouri when it comes to trying something for the first time? Well, if you have to be shown, we're all the more anxious for you to try Alka-Seltzer. Now, supposing, for example, you've caught one of those miserable colds that are making the rounds these days. Well, right now would be a mighty good time for you to let Alka-Seltzer show you how helpful it can be in relieving that dull, ache-all-over feeling of a cold. Of course, in addition to taking Alka-Seltzer, you'll want to take other common-sense precautions, too. Get plenty of rest, eat wisely, dress sensibly, get ample vitamins. And say, if a sore throat's a part of your cold discomfort, remember that Alka-Seltzer makes a mighty soothing gargle, too. Try it just once. That's all we ask. And we believe Alka-Seltzer will become a friend of yours for life. get a 30 or 60-cent size package of modern, effervescent Alka-Seltzer tablets from your druggist and start taking them at the first sign of a cold. And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Abner's poor handwriting prevented the professor from reading a certain letter that inadvertently fell into his hands. It was the love letter which Lum had planned to send to the widow Abernathy using the professor's name. Saved from this embarrassment, Lum has proceeded with his plan to get the widow infatuated with Professor Sloan and thus drive him out of Pine Ridge. As we look in on the little community today, we find Abner and Grandpap in the library section of the Jot 'em Down store. They're consulting a Spanish textbook. Listen.
Well, hurry up, Grandpap, and find a Mexican word for farm in there.
Hey, just hold your horses here, Abner. I'm looking as fast as I can.
Well, I want to get this ad wrote before Lum gets back. He thinks buying a Mexican jumping bean farm is silly.
What Mexican paper you going to run this ad in, Abner?
I don't know. I've got to find that out somewhere. I might not. Sure, they got a newspaper of some kind, though. Have you found that word farm yet?
Yeah, here's a Mexican word for football. How about changing it to that?
I don't want to buy no football farm. I'm aiming on getting a jumping bean farm. I thought you said you know the Mexican language good.
Well, I do. Spent one whole morning here in the library learning it. Just a little rusty on it now, is all.
Well, hurry up.
Here's a word for field. You might use that.
Field? Well, that wouldn't sound right. Mexican jumping bean field. That sounds like some place where the beans go to practice jumping.
Well, you'll need some place like that, won't you?
Well, yes, but not right away.
Well, you can say it this way, Abner. A field of beans.
Huh?
You know, like you say a field of corn or a field of potatoes.
Oh, yeah, that's right, ain't it? Yeah, I believe that's what I'll put down. What's the word for field?
Whereabouts was that at now? Oh, here. C-A-M-P-O, Campo.
Campo?
Yep.
You sure now that don't mean camp? I don't want to buy no camp, Grandpap. Well, leastways not till I start getting rich off the jumping beans.
Well, this means field. Says it right here. You can see it for yourself. Here, look.
Well, ain't no use of me looking. I can't talk that language. Let's see now. Wanted 1 campo of Mexican jumping. What's the word for jumping?
Jumping?
Yeah.
Just a second. I'll look it up. Jumping. J.
Would you like to have a job working for me on the farm, Grandpap?
Here we are. Jump. The word is salto.
Salto?
S-A-L-T-O.
Doggies, do they come already salted?
Oh, that don't mean salted. That means jump. That's what you asked for, ain't it?
Yeah, but that don't sound just right.
Well, it's right, according to the book. Put it down there.
Yeah, all right. Wanted 1 campo of salto. Now give me the word for beans.
Yeah, just a minute. This language is uncommon easy once you get on to it. Beans. Here we are. Samilla.
Samilla?
Yep. Says here that's bean of the cocoa.
Well, I don't want no cocoa. We got all that we want right here in the store.
Wait a minute. Here's another bean.
Huh?
Frijoles.
Well, that's better. How do you spell that?
F-R-I-J-O-L-E-S.
Hey, doggy, I got it now. Wanted 1 campo of salto frijoles. Now, what order to put down now? Right to Abner Peabody, Pine Ridge?
Yeah, that's good.
I better tell him to write me back in American so I can make it out.
Oh, well, don't worry about that. If it's in Mexican, I'll be able to read it for you.
Doggy, I just hope I get an answer right away. I can't hardly wait to get down there and start growing them jumping beans.
Well, what you going to do with them after you get them growed?
Well, let's see now. What does a feller do with them things?
Can't eat them.
No.
No, you'd have the folks in town jumping like a batch of jackrabbits.
Yeah, doggies, there must be some use for 'em, oh. Maybe I could sell 'em to some college, some of them college fellers that taking up high jumping.
No, I don't believe that'd be legal, Abner. They wouldn't allow that. That'd give 'em an unfair advantage.
Would, huh? Well, I wouldn't want to do nothing unlegal. I reckon I could feed 'em to bullfrogs, help 'em in their jumping. But I don't know if I could make no money at it.
No, bullfrogs ain't got no money.
No, they wouldn't pay me.
Maybe Lum was right when he said this was a silly idea, Abner.
No, it ain't no silly idea neither. I know good and well there's some way to use them things. I'm going to raise them and find out what it is, too. I'm bound and determined. I know I can sell a few of them to carnival fellers.
Carnival feller?
Yes, sir. One time me and Lum seen a feller at a carnival over at Cherry Hill. He had a whole box of them things. Come to think of it, he was selling them, too. I believe he got a nickel apiece for 'em, if I recollect right.
Nickel apiece?
Yeah. Let's see now. I ought to get at least, 50 pods over every vine. And there's about 5 beans in a pod, I reckon. It's, 5 times 50, so 250 beans off of one vine.
You figured out I ain't going to worry my patience with it.
Well, now, I aim to plant, at least a couple of thousand vines. That's 250,000 beans. That would make, 5 times is Dad, blame it anyway.
What's the matter?
That would be just my luck.
What's the matter?
Why, me running into an idea like this just when the government says that no feller can make over $25,000 a year.
Oh, that. Well, I believe you can keep her under that.
I doubt it.
Don't forget, you'll more likely have a lot of them beans that won't be able to learn how to jump even.
Yeah, I reckon so. Some of them might not be smart enough to learn. I'll just unencourage some of them in it. Facts is, I might just take a... wait a minute, there comes Lum. Don't tell him about this ad I wrote now.
No, I won't, but I think you ought to tell him, Abner.
I ain't going to do it. Mind out. Yeah, howdy, Lum. Any mail today?
No, none at all. Oh, hello, Grandpap. Yeah, howdy. Did you know Abner's aiming on...
Grandpap, be quiet now.
What's that?
Nothing, Lum, nothing at all. Grandpap and me was just, we were discussing something.
Oh, Grannies, it appears like we ain't never going to get shut of Professor Sloan, Abner.
We ain't?
No.
I thought you said you managed to get him and the widow Abernathy together over at that sociable Saturday night.
Well, I did. I even got the widow to thinking the professor was sort of sweet on her, but it never done no good.
Never, huh? Dog is having the widow running after you is the one thing that'd drive any feller clean out of town to my notion.
Not the professor, though. Do you know what? He likes the widow.
Huh? Likes her?
Well, for the land's sake.
That feller must be deaf and blind both.
Well, it shows one thing. It shows he ain't got brains enough to be a school teacher and try to learn our young'uns anything.
Dog it, I just can't believe that, Lum.
He's even been over to see the widow a couple of evenings since then.
He has?
Yeah, of course, I found out he ain't the romantics type.
He ain't, huh?
I found that out from one of the widow's young'uns, little Ronald.
Oh, well, what'd Ronald tell you?
Oh, he said that his mama told the professor that she just loved to gaze at the moon.
Oh.
So the next night he brung over a telescope, and the widow had to sit there for 3 hours looking at the moon through the telescope while he explained all about the moon to her.
Explained it? Now, what is it to explain about the moon, a thing just setting up there?
Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff. What's on it, and where it goes to in the daytime, and all such as that.
Oh, I never thought about that.
You see, Professor Sloan claims he's a astronomer. I found that out.
He's an astronomer?
Yeah. That's a feller that looks at the stars and studies all about planets and comets and the Milky Ways and a lot of worthless nonsense like that.
Well, I do know.
I was reading a book in the library here the other day all about them astronomers. It's uncommonly interesting reading.
It is.
Interesting, my eye. It's just a bunch of prittle-prattle, that's what it is. You know what he told the widow he wants to do?
No.
He wants to build himself an observatory.
Observatory?
Yes.
What's that?
Oh, it's a little building up high summers where he can sit and look at the sky.
For goodness. I never heard of such a thing. Why don't they climb a tree? I believe that feller must be touched.
Well, to be right honest, Abner, I sort of think he is myself.
Oh, must be. Sit there and look at the sky.
Well, now, I was reading about them astronomers, and them fellers has to be awful smart to learn that stuff.
Sassy-frass.
Sassy-frassy is right. I know I'm going to do all I can to keep from putting anything as ridiculous as an observatory around here.
Well, Lum, now, is he sure enough serious about that?
From what I hear, he is.
Oh, he couldn't.
Of course, he has to raise some money first.
He did?
Yeah, I believe I'll just write a note to the school board telling them what's going on.
Why, sure. Why don't you just call him up on the phone?
No, this is more official doing it writing.
Oh, tell you something.
Whereabouts some paper at?
Right there.
I'll tell them that the professor... For goodness sakes, what's this you got wrote down here?
Huh?
1 can of salted something.
Oh.
Your handwriting gets worse every day, Abner. What is this, a grocery order?
Huh?
No, that's an ad Abner's putting in a Mexican newspaper. He wants to buy a jumping bean farm.
Grandpap.
For goodness sakes. Ain't you got that idea out of your head yet, Abner?
Well, now, Lum...
That's worse than Professor Sloan wanting to build an observatory.
Ain't done it.
Whereabouts you figuring on getting the money to buy this farm with?
Well, we've deposited quite a lot of money in the bank here in the last month, and
Yeah, and that money's going to stay right there, too. That's our reserve. Nobody's going to touch that, neither.
Well, now, Lum, half of that
Wait a
belongs
minute,
to me.
Abner. That's our ring.
Take my half by half.
Hello, jot 'em down, store. I'm Eddards talking.
Jumping bean farm.
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, I heard about that, but I don't think... Well, I know, but I'm again it... Huh? Name it what? Well... Yeah, that does sound good, all right. Could you work memorial in there some way or other? Good. Huh? Yeah, that is a problem. But I believe I can handle that end of it all right. Yeah, let me check up on something here, and I'll call you right back. Yeah. Goodbye.
Who was that, Lum?
That was Professor Sloan. How much money did you say we had in the bank?
What do you want to know that for?
'Cause I want to buy a little piece of land up on Piney Mountain.
Piney Mountain?
Yeah, that's where me and Professor Sloan are going to build the Eddards Memorial Observatory.
Well, what do you know about that? And say, by the way, what do you know about the surprisingly fast relief Alka-Seltzer offers for a touch of acid indigestion, sour upset stomach, or occasional distress after meals? Well, you should be acquainted with Alka-Seltzer because it does more than simply reduce gastric acidity. It also helps to relieve that full, stuffy, uncomfortable feeling that's so often a major part of minor stomach discomforts. No wonder, then, that Alka-Seltzer is such a favorite. And we believe it'll become a favorite of yours, too, once you've experienced the gratifying twofold relief it offers for occasional stomach upsets. So next time, take Alka-Seltzer and see for yourself. You can get Alka-Seltzer at any drugstore, by the package, or by the glass at the soda fountain.
An observatory in Pine Ridge. You gotta love it. 83 years ago, October 5th, 1942, Lum and Abner here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Make sure you're with us for our Monday podcast with comedy. And it pays to be ignorant. Stan Freberg, Jack Benny, and the great Gildersleeve. And we'll check it all out with another episode of Claudia. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you on Monday for more Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.